Hello everybody, my name is Fireball RKO 48 alongside my fellow reactor, Reece. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good, and today we have something exciting to show you.
Very, very exciting. It's Death Battle 24 and 25 has come to a close, and it's been a really good one in my opinion. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
No, again, this season has been some really good ones. There's been some dreaded episodes. We'll talk about that later. We've been some fantastic episodes, some very high topping episodes, especially for my good buddy Reece here for some reason. I don't know why.
Guess we'll get to that later.
Yeah, but obviously we're kind of having a wild goose chase. Today, me and Reece are going to have our collective ranking for Death Battle 24 and 25.
And let me say, this ranking was so hard to do.
Yes, it was legitimately hard to do. When I first did my ranking, it was actually right before Warframe Soul Piece dropped. Even I was dreading it when I was going on to the second day. I'm like, finishing on the episodes, I'm like, what do I choose? Like, now, remember, this is our collective ranking. This is, again, you'll probably see where we put it when there's a little animation show up, which I'm gonna go ahead and shout out this person for helping me do it. Nosy, thank you so much for making the intros for the episodes. Again, if you want to go like and subscribe to Big Nose Entertainment, some RKO and Reece sent you, he'll know who you're referring to.
Yep. And I guess another thing before we start, keep in mind this is just our personal opinions. So if there's something you don't agree with,
Yeah.
completely understandable. And hey, if you have a ranking of yourself, be sure to leave it in the comments. So let us know what your ranking is.
And before we also do this, this is how we're gonna dissect or talk about the episodes. We're gonna talk about the build up to the episode. You know, getting the announcement. You know, the leading into the episode's release. We're gonna talk about the analysis itself, what we liked, didn't like, maybe even some funny jokes that were mentioned.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the fight itself, including the voice actors and the track. So,
Oh yeah.
and then of course we'll talk about the conclusion. Do we agree or disagree with it? And then maybe even with that we can say, is there anything we would like to change with the episode? But again, me and Reece have talked about this before even starting this recording, days in advance. The lowest ranking we gave this season was an 8 out of 10. We think every episode was good.
Oh yeah, definitely. 8 out of 10 is just yeah.
Like, I think Independent Air has been really good for Death Battle.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just give them more time, write the scripts, more time for the animation. I feel like if you just give more time on something, it ends up becoming better.
Agreed. But now, I guess we should start our ranking. And of course, Reece, we gotta start at the bottom of the barrel, and I feel so bad for having the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. All right. I guess let's start with number 16.
Number 16, which is... Omni-Man versus Bardock.
Yeah, I do not feel good about putting this one at the very bottom.
Likewise.
Don't get me wrong, I like the episode. It hurts me more because this is the premiere.
Yeah, exactly. This is a premiere episode, but it's... I mean, granted, let's talk about kind of the build-up. Obviously, before this episode was announced, this was the episode that started the Independent Era. Which...
Yep.
Going into 2024, we were worried that Death Battle wasn't going to return. Rooster Teeth just shut down.
Yeah, so our minds were just thinking, oh, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna be off by a new channel? And then a few months later, we get a video from Ben and Chad.
And this is
And they
what.
had a little tease for us.
Then this is the episode, one of the episodes they were working on. As long as with another one.
Yep.
We'll talk about that later.
Yep. In the first episode they showed was Omni-Man versus Bardock.
Now, going into it, I remember a lot of people were like, man, this is 2 years after Omni-Man's last episode, which I'm gonna still say this. I still hold tight that Omni-Man versus Homelander is still the better Omni-Man episode, just the way it was done.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. Like, I would definitely say, for unique type of episode, I would definitely say Omni-Man versus Homelander. But I think for like a better fighting point, probably Omni-Man Bardock.
Yeah, fighting point, yes. I think the way they came out, I think Homelander was better. But again,
Yeah, definitely.
but then no, this was where they were starting off, and I mean, you have to start somewhere. Again, do we say it's a bad episode? No.
Oh yeah, no.
like going into we knew a lot of stuff about Omni-Man just from his previous episode, and then adding the new details, which some of the things I wish I didn't know, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Again, if you ever heard of Watch the Invincible, yeah, it can get saying here and there.
You just I was about to say, welcome to fiction in general.
Fair enough.
But let's get into the analysis. Like, the analysis was pretty good. You know, obviously, they didn't spoil too much of Invincible, but I can't. With Omni-Man's story, I feel like you kinda somewhat have to.
Yeah, you would have. I mean, if you're going to talk more about beats, yeah, you're going to have to talk more about Omni-Man's story.
No, like even the analysis, even I'm gonna even say some of the math and the stuff, how they scaled and stuff like that. That was really neat to see with the details. What we saw.
Yep, and one thing you're always going to hear me a lot say, the editing this.
Chef's kiss.
Like, for first... Oh, yeah. Like, for our first episode with the edits, like, really good start.
Oh, absolutely. Like, again, we can praise the editing people of Death Battle to a high tier. This, like, the editors brought their A game.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we're coming back this year. We're gonna start off with a strong edits.
And you dang right, they started with strong edit. But, I mean, even we were talking about Omni-Man, but the transitioning to Bardock, you know, learning about his and like his character, even though this is Bardock's really not part of the quote unquote main canon of Dragon, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But again, just the fact that they brought in another Saiyan that wasn't Goku or Vegeta. Like, that was really neat to learn about. Also, how the Saiyans.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, one detail I just love, like one thing I love, like the color just being black and white, and then just like the blood turning into the headband. Like, that's such a nice detail of it. It's
oh yeah, I agree, and you know, again, the way, as I said, the editing of that was really good, and then learning more about you know, kind of the character of Bardock, how instead of just being oh, Saiyans, we're gonna beat everybody up, blah blah blah, he quote unquote had a change of heart.
oh yeah, definitely like one of the few Saiyans that actually found a relationship and ended up having 2 kids, being Raditz and Goku.
I mean, and again, people will say this, Gene is cute.
I mean, you can't go wrong, Gine.
Again, I know I could probably rant about how much like that she's a great character in the series, but and then also obviously bringing in some of the factors with Bardock. Obviously, the big question is, what do you give him since he's non-canon to the Dragon Ball, and there's only one quote unquote canon for him?
Yeah. And then there's the hypothetical situation with the Super Saiyan, which I gotta admit, that was pretty interesting to learn if that could have happened.
I mean, it's one of those. I think it's a big going off of Marvel's what ifs. Like, it's the what if this happened. Like, I mean, I've always seen the Bardock Super Saiyan transformation because I have Xenoverse 2 and I played it. But I can't really say anything else besides that, unless you got anything else to say, Reese.
Nothing too much to say, but all I'll say is like both their analyses were a really great start, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, also, as I said, just the gore from both characters' sides. Good night.
Yeah.
But let's get into the fight itself.
Yeah.
Now, Devil Artemis was the one who did this. I don't think, again, personally, I'm going to say this, Reese, you can back me up on this. The Versus community, y'all were too rough on Devil. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I give it, yeah.
But again, that doesn't mean you need to charge at him. But again, I think Devil did good for this.
Oh yeah, for Devil's episode, for the first Independent Era episode, yeah, this ain't words. Yeah, he did amazing on this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think we should also shout out, or actually we'll shout out to BAs later, but the way the fight started off with, Bardock coming into, I can't remember what the planet is called in Invincible that he...
Namek. No, not Namek, no, that's, Thraxa? I think it was called Thraxa?
Yeah, it is Thraxa, according to what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I was like, when I said Namek, I was like, wait, wrong bug planet.
Well, I mean, he does Bardock says another gross bug planet, so...
True.
But, going into the fact that he's going after trying to invade another planet, do what the Saiyans do. And the storyline kind of made sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the fact of the matter that, he put on the scouter and as soon as he turned it on, hi, Omni-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you have to reference the Mortal Kombat clash. Chef's kiss.
Well,
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, what I love about too, it's like this is like a different story for Omni-Man too, because like when he went up against Homelander, this was him basically in season 1, where he was just pretty much for the Belgian Empire. While in this one, this is him with a new leaf, pretty much, when he's like, this planet isn't for yours to conquer.
Like, again, I think the story setup for the fight was really well done.
Oh yeah, it's a great lead up, yeah.
I mean, going into the fact of, then they fighting, like, and of course, Bardock have, of course, one thing we didn't talk about the analysis, but I think we can talk here. In the way their research was done, they gave Bardock the speed advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get into that with conclusion when we talk about that. But they gave Omni-Man strength the advantage.
Yeah.
But how that played in a factor of this.
Mm-hmm.
It was really well done. And also,
yeah, definitely.
Also, raised with this fight, we also had the debut of a new form on an episode for a Dragon Ball episode.
Mm-hmm.
Which was really cool. Do y'all like big monkeys? Because we got grade 8.
Well, as our friend here once says, monkey brain go burr.
And again, he's not here to say it, so bonus point. But again, the way they brought into it, and then Omni-Man just like, is this supposed to be a threat to me? This ain't nothing to me. Like Omni-Man's like what is this crap? This isn't scaring me at all, dude.
Yeah, he's like, it's just a casual Tuesday for him, pretty much.
And then I mean, I think in my opinion, I think the best, my favorite part of the fight was definitely the grade 8 part of the fight. That was just my personal favorite when I went back and rewatched it.
Oh yeah, that's a cool part. One part I just love, still just like Omni-Man just rips off the tail. Like,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, that
And then,
still hurts.
and then he just swings it back, and then Bardock's just like, crap.
Smack.
At him. Like, that is so good.
And then kind of having the last bit kind of happen in space, which I feel like that. It
had to.
I kind of felt like this is just kind of the way Bardock's story ended with Frieza. That's kind of what I took as a reference, but again, I could be totally wrong when saying that too.
Mm.
And then we'll talk about it with the line delivery later, but again, the line that Bardock said before he goes Super Saiyan was
I was gonna
well done.
Yeah, just that my sons need me. I won't let you take me from my world.
And then the Super Saiyan.
Which, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, the way that was really well done. And then again, I think the big negative, and this is just my negative for the fight, and was the kill shot.
Yeah, I think the death was. I mean, it was brutal, but I think when it comes to like an Invincible episode, I feel like it could have been a bit more. But that's just me.
Yeah, and that's kind of my put. It's like one of those things. I've been after it, but and then
I think
I
probably the reason why is probably because they're like, oh, this is our first episode independent, so we don't want to get demonetized.
But
maybe that's why.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We don't know. But again, and then obviously the ending part of Omni-Man realizing he just killed someone. Having that, I guess, humanity factor.
Yeah, and I guess another thing too, I think that shot just lasted way too long.
Yeah, I can agree with that too. However,
yeah, I think that's the other issue.
Yeah, but again, besides that, I think it was really good. Now let's praise the VAs, and we're probably gonna praise this man more and more when this season comes around. Omni-Man was done by the GOAT, Tom Schalk.
Yep. Came back to voice Omni-Man a second time, and he did a really good job, I think.
I don't know if I preferred when he did it for Homelander or this one. I mean, I think both were really good. I just don't know if I have a preferred one.
Yeah, like both of them are good, but I think if I had to choose, probably his first one with Homelander is just like the cold-heartedness. Like, I'm gonna feed you your own heart.
Yeah, that was. I mean, and that's one of those things where I know we're referencing the Homelander fight, but again, that's Omni-Man's previous episode.
But yeah, I'm just like as a comparison. Again, nothing wrong with his performance in this episode. Obviously, like I thought he did really good also.
I forgot about the line, but we'll talk about it with the other actor. But and the Bardock was voiced by Cameron Nikad, which I think he did a pretty good job too, as Bardock.
Oh yeah, he did great.
I mean, I think one of my favorite line deliveries was, something about their children. And it's like, well, my son would kick his butt.
Yeah, literally, it's just like snooping around, just like my son, snooping around like it's not your business. My son will kick his.
Like, I think that was one of my favorite line deliveries because, again, I think they both killed the line deliveries for this fight.
Yeah. And I mean, one thing we'll give Bardock, it's like he does have the advantage there. Well, one of his sons.
Yeah.
Don't get it started with the grandson.
I was about to say, I'd say, I would agree with Goku. Raditz on the other hand.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think Raditz is beating. But that's a story for another day.
I'm gonna say this. I don't want Raditz on DB. Plus, I don't even know. Plus, I don't even know who Raditz could fight. To be honest.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's a story for another day, though.
But yeah, both VAs were fantastic. They did really well. But then and then Brandon comes back doing solid state Invincible.
Oh, yes.
And he had to reference Diabolical Invincible Me in the track. It was like the one line you're like, oh, that I remember that from Homelander's episode, and I like the way it was done. Plus, if you look at the lyrics, which were well put together. It was really good, and that was a really good start.
Yeah, I love the track. Like,
let's see. I'm trying to think. Like some of the line. It's a take another world, add it to the fold, till it's all so cold and sterile for the empire. Keep emotions chill, just do what you're told. Don't live till you're old, already got a cause to die for. Like again, if you want to look at the lyrics itself, the lyrics pay tribute to both Omni-Man's character and Bardock's character.
yeah, honestly, I think if we were just rating the tracks, yeah, this track would probably be pretty high, I would say.
I mean, granted, we have a lot of good song tracks in this season, to be honest, Reese.
True.
I mean, but again, it was Solid State of Mitchell was a great track. Again, Brandon came out swinging, which what's new? Brandon always, in my opinion, kills it.
It's Brandon Yates. What do we expect from him?
Mm-hmm. Now let's get into the conclusion. We talked about it before. They gave Bardock the speed feat.
Yes. I can agree with.
I agree. They gave Omni-Man the strength feat, which I know a lot of people question.
Yeah, like, I think I can agree with them. Like, I think the only issue is, like, I think if they would have explained the Sundance feat at the beginning of his analysis, I think more people would have been okay with it.
I can see that. But I think one of the big things that I agreed with wholeheartedly is giving Omni-Man the experience advantage.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I would definitely give him experience because, unlike Bardock, Omni-Man is 2,000 years old. So, yeah.
I mean, in the Smart Atoms, do I think Bardock could do anything with the Smart Atoms to hurt? Maybe.
I mean, it's debatable. It's just that with how fast they can evolve during like a situation, like it's hard to say.
Yeah, but again, in the end, they gave the win. Omni-Man was declared the winner, which I heard it was very disagreed in the community.
Yeah, it had a rough start.
But again, I will say this. I think this fight was closer than people cared to bargain for, and
oh yeah, definitely.
Like, I mean, but even though I went originally when I did my reaction, I chose Bardock after listening to the analysis.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I even said if Omni-Man does win, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Yeah.
Because it was
like... I was really...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was really surprised, but pretty happy that Omni-Man won since it was my preferred. But again, no shame to Bardock, though, obviously. No shame to Bardock.
Oh, absolutely. And again, I mean, yes, this is R16, but again, it was still a solid 8 out of 10. No pun intended.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And what a great episode for Death Battle to come back with.
Oh, absolutely. I think they hit it out of the park. I mean, I should make the joke. They knocked it out of the world.
Boo.
I'll take it. But again, I think that was really good start off for Omni-Man versus a good start for Death Battle 24 and the independent era.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh boy. Now we're gonna get on to our number 15, which oh boy.
Alright.
So you guys like comedy, right?
Yep.
Do you like shenanigans?
Yes.
Does anybody remember the dreaded 2020?
Do we need a reminder of that?
True. So you probably can see where this is going. Our number 15 is Among Us versus Fall Guys.
Yeah, that's what hurt to see it though, like, because I had it at number 12. So like I tried to give it as high as I could. The more I thought about it.
I mean, with what we got this year, I couldn't help
Yeah.
but push it lower.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Like, it's still a great episode. It was just everything else we got. It's still a fun episode, to be fair.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, going into it, like, this is one of the 4 episodes in the independent era of 2024 that we didn't know about. I think 3 of the 4 we knew about, because I think there was one that we'll talk about later that I think people thought was coming, but we'll get into that episode. Excuse me. Woo. But the fact that we got this.
Yeah, like, after we just got, like, such an amazing episode, which we'll get into later, we're like, how are we gonna top this? And then we get the next time, and I just died laughing when I saw it.
Yeah, I did
like,
too.
I just couldn't comprehend. Couldn't comprehend, like, we're finally actually getting Among Us versus Fall Guys.
Oh my, like, even going into it, like, the build up to this, I mean, y'all guys can watch it. Billy, our friend Billy Bobby, actually, we did a video with him doing some Among Us before that episode released. Granted, I probably yelled at Billy, which he deserves.
Yep. And we also did some Among Us with Sean to hype up the episode, which you might see a fun play in later on if you watch that.
Again, all you have to know is Reece did absolutely nothing to win.
Again, if you want more context, you'll have to wait and see.
But, like, obviously we did talk about the build up to this. You know, we were all excited for this. It's like, they're bringing in Among Us, but also the big question is, what are they going to give both franchises?
Yes.
Like, because both games are relatively small in comparison to some of the bigger games out there. But then they decided, you know, we're going to basically give them everything.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, going back, I'm going to probably touch this. When the Robust Cast did this episode itself, Bro brought everything that he thought of and could find because he didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
No one actually knew what they were going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but, you know, I mean, it was more, I think that was part more of the debate was what are they going to get? Again, going into the kind of build up for this.
Yeah.
Let's get into the analysis, which I think is some of the best, Reece. And I don't know about you.
Yeah, the Among Us analysis was great. Like I just love that. They actually went to Among Us games dressed the crewmates as Wiz and Boomstick. And that was great.
Also, if you look at the details, you may actually see some of the people who worked on the episode.
That's true.
Also, you may have noticed there was another certain person who, you know, may have animated this that now has a job with TV.
That's true. But we'll get to him.
Yeah, we'll get to him later. But the fact of the matter is, I think one of my favorite segments that they was a continuation through the whole episode was the, you know, wait, have you guys ever heard Wiz say sus?
And just the whole Among Us meeting, that was great. With just the emotes from their channel.
That was so good. And then Domi breaking our eardrums.
Yep. Oh my god.
And I think Ringmaster being like, by the way, it's not me.
Thank you. And then this Boomstick's like, wait, I got it. It's always the red one. Wait, what? It wasn't me.
And then it says, Ringmaster was the imposter, but uh-oh.
Yeah.
There's 2. Dun dun dun.
Dear God. But yeah, that whole segment was great.
Oh, absolutely. like, as I said, and even kind of going into some of the animations, you know, talking about basically what they've done, you know, I'm just seeing Among Us research just kind of a.
It's just a weird thing to see, but you never expected to see.
I mean, and the same thing, you could say the same thing for the Fall Guys too.
Yeah, I guess if we're still in the Among Us, let's get to the Fall.
Like,
Because
I mean, both games can get very toxic at times. Let's not get us wrong, which I think they brought up well in the analysis section.
yeah, as someone that's played both a lot, yeah, I can agree. Especially with Fall Guys, where people grab you at the very start. Why do they always keep grabbing me? Oh.
I feel like you've been on the full front of that for some reason. I don't know why I would say that.
I played the game at the start. I know that feeling.
But even in going into the scaling for Fall Guys, gee willikers, good night.
Yeah, like as someone that's doing good about Fall Guys for a while, I was like, this is gonna be interesting to see them cover this.
Yeah. I mean, even I think the one that thing was when they went, oh, the Twitter feeds. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. Like, what's more shocking, a being that can stretch all the way out of the universe, or actually seeing their skeleton?
How about yes?
That's the right answer.
But again, I think the fact of the matter is of how they researched the two characters was very well done. But again, this was just good, solid comedy and fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, was it an odd matchup? Yes.
I mean, it was. I will say, it's like this is as close as we ever got to get Pac-Man on the show.
Give us Pac-Man Death Battle. Do Luigi versus Pac-Man.
One day.
Man, that was weird. I felt like something came out.
Yeah. One day that'll happen. Don't worry.
But let's get into the fun of the animation. We were talking about an animator, Reese. Remember?
Yep.
Y'all remember another Among Us versus Fall Guy preview that somebody made way back when?
Yep.
He may have helped with this episode, Reese. I don't know. Do you know his name?
Yep, and that, my friend, is Larry Winwood.
Yeah. Again, yes, Larry Winwood was able to help and make this animation, which, again,
Yeah.
I think he did pretty good. Again, I like the way that started off. It started with Among Us style.
Yeah, like it definitely was a nice build of like just the Among Us.
And then going into the game show with the obstacle course and everything.
Yeah, like I love that. Just the freaking Among Us twerk still. Like, I was like, they had to. I was like, they had to.
I mean, even in the animation, and this is like, you could tell one of the Fall Guys and was one of the the shapeshifter. I forgot what it was for a second.
Yeah, you're right, it's shapeshifter.
But again, the way it was done was well done, and having the battle for the crown, obviously them taking out each other just to go for the crown.
Yeah, the way the fights are too, just like, I'm gonna step up. Okay, this usually works better. Okay, is this a fault knife? It just stabs his hand.
I was even gonna mention this is one of those before that was one of my favorites, of course, was the distraction dance on the monitor.
Oh my god, yeah.
Again, referencing the goat of Henry Stickmin. You knew what you were doing.
I mean, they had to, and at least we know someone was really happy about that.
I mean, even going into the factor of them referencing, oh, banana bomb.
Yeah.
I think just the wacky insanity of just for fighting for the crown in space.
Yeah. Also, one detail I do love just the swords clashing, and like as soon as the swords clash, I can see their skeletons. Like, that's such a nice detail.
Yeah. I mean, and I love Even the ending was freaking hilarious. Which again, I couldn't ask for anything for this episode.
Yeah, the ending was great.
I mean, you have the fall guy looking like, "What if the imposter won? I'm not allowing this."
Also, can I just say, how is this the most brutal episode we've got? The most brutal stuff we've gotten since Anime vs. Adam? Because Jesus.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I killed him. Oh, crown. And then Fortnite
Default
dance.
dances.
Like,
That was great.
Oh, God. But again, this fight was just wacky good fun. I cannot say anything but wacky good fun.
Yep. Yep, then it comes down to 3 categories being strength, durability, and the bizarre.
Yeah, I will say this before we get into it. I will say, even though Sussy Beans was the track, I mean, it encapsulated both. I mean, it was not a lyrical track, but I don't think this fight needed to be a lyric track, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, just the new lyrics.
But the title, Sussy Beans? Like, I mean, again, I will say this. It gave kind of encapsulated. I mean, it felt like more of a backing track than something you sit down and listen to, just in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it still was good for the episode.
It's a good track for the episode.
But yeah, going into the offense, defense, and bizarre, I feel like it was obvious that the crewmates and the imposter would have the offense because that gun is OP in Among Us.
Yeah, no, it does look like, yeah.
But in the off sense, you have defense where the Fall Guys are durable as heck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I thought I lost you.
Oh, you're good. I'm still listening. I was thinking something.
Oh, I got you. But and of course the bizarre, with the scaling and stuff, obviously giving the Fall Guys, Doctor Who, Pac-Man, He-Man.
But here's the thing: Pac-Man basically gave them the win away.
Yeah, technically
all
it
because
did.
of the ghost.
I mean, I like the way they handled that because this was such a weird episode. It wouldn't be like stats and stuff like that. This one, the way they handled it, the research and the conclusion was really done. And then the continuation of the Among Us game.
Yeah. Like, oh wait, we forgot to vote the second imposter. The winner is the Fall Guys and me. Like freaking Jocelyn.
Jocelyn gets the win.
Again, that was just a really good continuation of that.
Again, I think the comedy factor of this episode, again, if you don't like just good classic comedy, who are you? This was just a fun episode to go back and watch. Even though, unfortunately, it was our collective number 15. Again, we still love the episode.
Yeah, it's still a fun episode. Like, it was not easy to choose.
Oh, absolutely not. But, yeah. And then, this was just, again, I can't complain about this episode. Again, unfortunately, it did lower to the bottom half, but hey, it was going to come down to it. We knew
if this episode, for a comedy episode, I would say this is like the god of comedy episodes.
Good transition to our number 14, which, this one hurts to put down here.
Yep.
It is Kratos versus Asura.
My considered birthday episode.
This one hurt to put so low.
Yeah, this really hurt me.
Like, again, now, let's get into, this was the premiere of 2025.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Going into the build-up for this episode, we had seen previews that Devil was working on this episode. Yeah, spoiler alert, Devil did do this episode.
Yeah, like, we saw previews, like, right as the Kickstarter was going, and when we saw it, we were like, Oh, yes.
Yeah, though, like, they were having a good time. Like, it's really. Hold up a second. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Yeah. Like, but yeah, it's just one of those things where like he was working on it really well and it looked really good. And the fact of the matter is, and I'm gonna say this now, Devil was passionate about this episode.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, this was really done. I mean, the fact of the matter is, people were curious who's gonna win and how they were gonna scale and do the feats for both characters, because the way they did the characters would determine who would win if this matchup.
Yeah, basically it came down to like either they're gonna go by gameplay or lore, or equal mythology.
Yeah, I mean, and then the fact of the matter is, like, this, it was kind of, I mean, the fact that I know a lot of people worried about is the differential, the way Asura was and the way Kratos fights, how they would clash together.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, it was definitely an interesting idea.
Oh yeah, I mean, the way it gets, I understand, but it's one of those things, I was okay with it because, number one, Kratos needed a run back.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's been definitely over a couple, like, almost over a decade since his last episode. It's like, yeah, he definitely needed a comeback.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and a lot of people have been pushy for Asura. Again, Capcom, give us another Asura game, dadgummit.
Or at least a remake.
That, and also put him in Marvel vs. Capcom, you fools.
Maybe one day.
But
and hey, it's also a big Tournament of Champions match that finally happened after 2 Tournaments of Champions.
And it's funny that both years, I think this was the runner-up.
Yeah, this got second in the last Tournament of Champions.
And finally, it comes to fruition. I was really happy.
Yeah.
And then again, going into it, 2 angry dads fight each other. Who are 2 technical gods. What can you say? But let's get into the analysis section, which they kind of, in my opinion, they glossed over most of the Greek story, but we mostly knew the Greek story for Kratos.
Yeah, it also makes sense too, because like most people nowadays know Kratos thanks to the Norse mythology games. So I think that's probably why they kind of skipped over, especially since they talked about it before.
And going into all the stuff he got, and just putting it on the side of seeing what weapons he has, because I didn't know this until our friend Jedi Bender, Richard, whatever you want to call him, brought it up in the ProBuzzcast, that he lost most of the things except for the Sword of Olympus.
The Blade of Olympus, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Blade of Olympus, thank you.
But hey, that's not all he got. He's now gotten a new boy.
There's the joke.
I had to do it once. I had to.
Yes, and again, I'm talking about the story of what he got, of his kid and the new family he got, which was really well done. Obviously, how Kratos was when he was in the Greek compared to the Norse. Like Greek, he was just more angry, wanted revenge. And in the Norse one, he slowed down, built that kind of family character. I mean, he still had that rage factor, but he wasn't all rage, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, like it was definitely like a nice way to like show like of how much he has definitely grown as a character. Like he basically went from not being more than just the god of war. He became a leader and basically the god of hope, which just seeing Kratos actually get like a happy ending after everything he's gone through over his games, just like,
yeah,
it's just really nice to see.
Oh yeah, I mean, as I said, I've personally not played any of them, the God of War games. I kind of wish I did, but that's also when you don't have the money to play those games, there's your problem.
Fair enough. And yeah, by the way, people haven't played them, and I should recommend, please play them.
Yes.
They're fantastic.
But
or at least watch a playthrough of it.
That too. But going into Asura, which I knew jack diddly squat about Asura's story. All I knew was His story is kind of...
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah, Asura had a rough story.
And his, I mean, personally, I would agree with all that happened to Asura and what he did. Like, he is a family man. He cared about his family.
Yeah.
Until the other gods were like, screw that idea.
Yeah, basically just frame him for murder, kill his wife, imprison his daughter, and just kill Asura just for the heck of it.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, that didn't last long. Oops.
Yep.
Asura came
the true
back.
Meaning of too angry to die.
And he came back with a bloody vengeance.
Oh yeah.
Like, again, this shout out, like, I've not seen it, but I've seen videos of it. Asura's fights are sick looking.
Oh yeah, just his fight with Wizen, like the one fight a lot of people sees, like just that fight with Wizen alone, it's just like, yes.
Like, and then learning about all the stuff, his forms, obviously, Asura's more known for punching, but again, and the mantra factor.
Yeah. Punching the screaming, which, fun fact, Liam O'Brien had to go to the hospital from that role.
Again.
Which, again, huge respect for the guy.
Huge respect for your vocal cords, dude. And then the fact that even like some of the explosions, basically all the details they added with his story was really well done. Learning more about, he still wants to be the father figure and the family man that, even though he is filled by wrath.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, one thing we learned: don't make his daughter cry. You'll tick him off.
Yeah. It's like, you make his daughter cry? Well, there goes your whole life stock, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, even the factor of, one of the gods actually turned on all the other gods and teamed up with Asura, that factor was really well done, because he realized Asura was right, and he realized he was in the wrong.
True.
Like, the fact of the matter is, and then going into Chakravartin, please.
Oh, yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.
Like, it was really, really, really interesting to learn about both characters. Now,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now, let's get into the fight. And going back when I rewatched this, this is the way I explained it to some people, and I continue to say this. I imagine Kratos versus Asura kind of being like a fight in a movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. I felt like they were Devils definitely go for like a more cinematic type of style.
Which, in my opinion, I can see his vision for it, because he was adamantly passionate about this fight.
Yeah.
The start of, obviously, having the text of the character's name also on the bottom in their different textiles. Nice detail touch. Devil, nice touch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Also, to remind you guys, he did this by himself.
Yeah, and the way how, like, for example, Kratos' model, like, the way how Richard explained, like, four to eight people, I can't remember how many people, but, like, around that type of number, that many people had to make that one model move, like, swiftly as best they could.
Yeah.
So the fact that Devil's actually able to make that model work the best he could, like, yeah, that's impressive.
And the way the story even lined up, and this is the way I took it, I felt like, I forget her name, but Asura's dog.
Mithra.
Mithra, thank you. Mithra bringing Kratos to protect the land. That's the way I took it.
Yeah, but then Asura, like, you see his knockout guards with a god in front of him. Probably the worst out of context you can see.
Yeah, I mean, but again, I feel like in the context, Asura would be the one to quote unquote first throw the punch. So, in my opinion, they had to make him fight somehow, and I feel like Asura would be that first one.
I mean, to be fair, like, he sees a god with his daughter, he doesn't know what's going on, so he's thinking, oh, he's gonna try to use my daughter like the others.
Yeah.
So I think that's a fair response.
And then obviously going into the fight, which I think the cinematic was really well done. Again,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it may have been. This is the one thing, and I think people will critique it the hardest for this, was the slow pace.
Yeah, I can agree. Like, I think with that, like, it has some slow paced moments and like weird moments, like with the movements. But to be fair, again, this is just Devil animating by himself, so I won't give it too much criticism.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, even the I think one of the dialogues, talking about when Kratos was talking about I've been down that road before, and then Asura just telling him to shut up.
yeah,
I, he number one, Kratos sees the similarity between him and Asura. He sees it.
mm-hmm.
But and then obviously it was more that the Kratos' arsenal was definitely gonna would basically give Asura a run for his money.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, and even just the way it was done. Obviously, Asura was more known for punching, so we really, again, what do you expect for Asura? Asura's a punch, 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 punch. Ask questions later.
Yeah, one detail I do love is just doing like the what's the right word? Oh, fast time moments basically.
Oh
like,
yeah,
with
that
the
was. Oh yeah.
Yeah, for Asura, and not only that too, just having like the forms at the bottom,
Oh yeah. I
like what
think
the words are. Yeah,
that the QTEs were a nice
the
touch.
QTEs. Thank you.
Yeah, the QTEs I think were a nice touch because, and yes, they're more known for Asura's Wrath games, but I feel like it was really well done in the fight too.
Yeah, like they had to do QTEs.
I think even the part whenever, obviously Kratos disarmed, no pun intended, Asura, and him falling, and then Mithra crying, and then
Yeah.
just making Asura, in other words, pissed.
Yeah, once I saw Mithra cry, I was like, it was that moment I knew he messed up.
True. And then getting into the fight, and of course, I think we knew they were gonna reference the White somewhere in the Wizen fight with Kratos, which was well done.
Yeah, like I just love that shot. That's like Kratos reenacting that same shot from Asura's Wrath. Just that smirk on his face. Like, do I see Kratos doing that in the games? No. But is it funny here? Yes, it's like, brain it.
I mean, and yes, the Blade of Olympus was the kill shot. Like, again, even though I will say the ending was a little bit long here as well.
Hmm.
But again, for this fight and for Devil doing it by himself, I'm gonna cut it slack.
Yeah. Also, that's to the end still. Like, man.
I mean, in my opinion, this is my canon for. I feel like Kratos would basically take Mithra in and basically raise her because he realized after what Asura said. I feel like he would adopt her and raise her.
I could probably see it, but to be fair, you just watch a god kill your father, so it's gonna be a little awkward.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Tanjiro versus Jonathan fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
But
I was gonna say similarity, yeah.
But let's get into the VAs. We had Hussam Muhammad as Kratos, which he did a banging job at that voice line.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, he did amazing as this. And by the way, he also reacted to this video. By the way.
Oh yeah, he did. I totally forgot about that. He did.
Yeah, so be sure to check it out whenever you get done with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And again, Kratos' lines were really well done. I mean, again, you can definitely see the Norse Kratos, but also you can see the Greek in this. But I know some people wanted it to be one or the other. But
yeah, I definitely say like once it was getting around to the end, like you definitely hear more of his Greek voice, like the death has not come for me yet, Titan.
Yeah,
like you can hear more of his Greek voice.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where I was okay with it because, again, I think both needed to be shown love. But again, Husam Muhammad, again, he did great as Kratos.
Oh,
Now, again, let's talk. I think the MVP of this fight in the actor category, Christopher Guerrero as Asura.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Christopher did amazing as Asura.
Again, I think any role he's done, he's killed it.
I mean, to be fair, he's also voiced every Liam O'Brien character, so it's just like, what can't he do?
Even though the only problem with him, don't think he's won a single episode when he's been casted.
Yeah. One day Christopher will get one. One day.
But again, the way he did Asura again, I just want to know how Christopher's throat felt after every single Asura line.
Yeah, he did amazing. Like, just like that one scream, just like "This is not my air."
Yeah, like the way he did the voice for Asura was well done. I mean, even the infamous "You made her cry."
Oh yeah, that too.
like he did that so well. Like again,
yeah.
both VAs did a fantastic job with representing their characters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's get into the soundtrack, which I am probably gonna butcher the name. Again,
Rayoli, I think that's how it's pronounced. Or if you could say what's pronounced in English, since it's in Norse, it's Wrath.
Okay, thank you. Done by Werewolf Media, featuring chick named D. Which, surprise, that's Werewolf's wife.
Yep. Which I gotta say, glorious vocals, by the way, on that track.
Yeah, according to what I'm looking at here, some of it is Icelandic lyrics, which were, I like the way that it was more kind of that vibe to this fight, because I feel like mythology just clashing with that thing was really good.
Yeah, like I love the track. Like it was such a beautiful track,
and it matched perfectly with the fight. Even, I mean, yes, I'm even looking at, there are some English lines in this track too.
Yep.
Oh, actually, I can see the English version of what the words say too. Actually, on the side I'm looking at. That's really neat. But yeah, I think I like the way they took this. This was really good.
Oh yeah, this was a really good track.
Now let's get into the conclusion itself. I know a lot of people were mixed on who would win. Obviously, they gave. I think they did they say give Kratos strength? I can't remember.
Let me look really quick.
Because I think they gave Kratos strength. Or
maybe
I know they gave him versatility with the arsenal.
Alright.
Because
let me see. Yes, they did.
Yeah, they gave them.
They gave him power.
Yeah, power, versatility. They gave Asura. I think they gave Asura experience.
Yep.
Which I think it makes sense. He's been doing this probably a little bit longer than Kratos.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the last.
They tied in speed.
Okay, they tied in speed. Okay, but
yeah, so it's tied in speed, experienced Asura, and versatility and power goes to Kratos.
Which I know a lot of people had mixed bags on for this episode, and I get it. But it's one of those things where Death Battle at this time we're getting into lore scaling, and I think lore scaling does factor into this.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense for them to do it. I mean, considering what they had talked about with Hercules versus Sun Wukong.
Oh, absolutely. Like, now, again, I think we probably need to bring this up, too, with the conclusion. Obviously, the alternate ending, if Asura
I was going to say, yeah.
I mean, I will agree with what a friend of mine says. I feel like it was a little too long. I feel like it should have been quicker than that. But again, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I get. No, you're not. I was just to say, I do get what they were going for, just like the whole button mashing, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I definitely agree. It was a little too long.
However, the ending of Kratos being with his Greek
Uh,
family with the Greek
yeah, his
daughter,
daughter, Calliope, yeah.
that was a nice detail. And again, this just goes to show that Devil really wanted to do this episode. He was passionate, and you can see the passion on full display.
Yep, and that was his pitch for Asura's Wrath 2.
Do it, Capcom. Cowards.
Yeah. Again, one more thing I will definitely say is like, and I had to bring it up at some point. Yeah, this episode's just way too overhated.
I will agree with it's overhated. Again,
Like, do I see people's issues with it? Yes. But does it deserve the hate? No.
I mean, you've said this to me off recording multiple times. People who complain about the animation, again, you do this, you do better. Go on, I'm waiting.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, again, another solid episode in my opinion. Again, props to you, Devil, doing this by yourself, man. Bravo, man.
Oh, yeah.
And unfortunately, it was pushed down to our number 14. But again, we still love the episode nonetheless.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, boy. Now, shall we... Oh, boy. Next... Oh, this one. Oh, this next one hurts, too. This one hurts, too. But with what we got this year, it kind of makes sense where it ended up. Hey, Reece.
Yeah.
Reece, you like comedy?
Yep. So, we like comedy, and so we know we talked about the Tournament of Champions and how Kratos vs. Asura is the runner-up.
Oh wait, we have to do it right. The Tournament of Champions!
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we talked about that earlier. We said that Kratos vs. Asura was the runner-up. I think it's time we talk about the winner of Tournament of Champions.
Yeah. Yes, our number 13 was the winner, which is... Wile E. Coyote versus Tomcat. Another one
I hate it.
I hated pushing this down too.
Yeah, this one hurts.
But again, this season was stacked. What can we say?
True. But again, it's just my childhood.
Yeah, going into this, I knew we knew this fight was coming. It won the Tournament of Champions poll, and they said they were going to bring it up.
Yeah.
Even going into this episode, we knew both of these characters. I'm pretty sure me and you both grew up with both of these shows, Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry.
I mean, whoever has not grown up with Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, I'm just like, I'm sorry, where is your childhood?
I was gonna say, what rock are you living under? These two, Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry are icons of cartoons back in the day. And the fact of the matter is, I think one of the big reasons, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Reece, that I think this one won the Tournament of Champions was because when we were doing the Tournament of Champions, Scooby vs. Courage came out, and it was phenomenally fantastic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I remember going into that episode going, oh, this one's gonna hurt. I was worried about that episode, and then it became a great episode.
Oh yeah, I was like, definitely one of their best episodes out there.
And the fact of the matter is that it was a hand-drawn fight, which makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Which, spoiler alert, yes, this was a hand-drawn fight as well.
Yep, and it was also a Kickstarter award too for someone to animate this episode.
Yep. Which, I mean, I kind of felt like this was a shoe-in to be a hand-drawn fight, period.
Yeah, definitely.
I just feel like this made sense to be hand-drawn.
Yeah, like definitely. This is definitely a hands-on episode.
But going into the build-up, researching both these franchises, my head hurts.
Yeah.
Even going into the birth versus both the Lads podcast, Death Battle, the Lads Discuss Death Battle, and the Robust Cast. I went into it thinking Tom was gonna win. We'll talk about the winner later. But both of them being ridiculous in its own right. Well,
Yeah,
I was like,
in mind,
who's gonna win?
yeah, but keep in mind too, these characters have been around since the 40s.
True.
So imagine how much research the researchers had to do.
Good night. You're not wrong. And we're not even getting to something else we'll talk about later for the research.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Kudos to you guys for researching this. I don't envy you in the slightest.
Yeah.
But going into this, I was really happy for this episode. I was really excited for this to come out. Obviously, the fight that I really want in the future, obviously Mickey Mouse versus Bugs Bunny. I wanted basically this fight to be that. Kind of my context.
Yeah.
But after we going into the, excuse me, sorry about that. We go into the analysis. Good night. The names for Wily.
Oh yeah, the alias is for Wily. Oh my god.
I don't remember who did his editing side. Are you okay?
Wait. Oh my god. I feel so bad for everyone to look up all the aliases, and just whoever's out there watching this, if you're the one that saw those aliases, props.
Very much props.
Oh my god.
I felt so bad.
Yeah.
But again, even going into basically all the stuff that Wily can the Acme products. Again, give us Wily versus Acme, dadgummit.
Yeah. It's just like Venom. It's an odd relationship.
True. And going over everything, and of course going into kind of the I can't remember the role, Wily's rules or the stuff for I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, basically, I'm trying to remember. It's been a while.
But obviously God-hating Wily Coyote.
Yep, God nerf Wily is probably the biggest nerf we've ever seen on Death Battle.
True. In some context, you gotta feel bad for Wily Coyote, not in context.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wily was learning more about Wily and all the wacky stuff he's used. I mean, obviously, I remember watching a lot of it. Probably not all of it, but a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Was really interesting to learn. Obviously, learning about that wacky the loony DNA gun, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the loony DNA.
Thank you. But learn about that, and of course, talking about Roadrunner. Me.
Yeah.
One day, Wily. Just one day, you'll get him.
It just the amount of times he also the amount of times not like that to go through a comic to get how many times he's caught try to catch the Roadrunner, but also updated today.
Good night.
Jesus.
Gotta feel bad for the dude.
I mean, I respect the work, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely. But now let's go on the upside. Let's look at Tom. Going into them just covering Tom and Jerry was cathartic for me for weird reason.
Yeah, I was really excited to cover Tom and Jerry because that was my show growing up.
I remember always at lunch that was always what came on.
Yeah, this was a show that me and my mom watched every single day pretty much when I was young.
But you know, even learning kind of the historical factor of how Tom and Jerry got their names was actually kind of neat. I actually did not know that. That's really cool.
Yeah, all the different like versions of how they got their names. Yeah, it's like, wow.
Like, the fact of the matter is of that Tom is and how Tom has caught in Jerry, even though sometimes he's just been on the short end of the stick, 'cause he's generally got outsmarted.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, that dang mouse will get it one day.
Yeah, and from what we learned, some of these episodes are pretty much from the 1940s. From what we learned,
Yeah.
Wait, it was a different time.
Yeah, they aged like milk.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, the arsenal, even for Tom, everything they gave him, like,
Yep, even his own 9 live, which thankfully learned from the episode Heavenly Puss.
Dad did go with that joke.
Yep, I mean, Liv was doing some other type of research when he came up to that episode. I didn't think my way to talk about that episode. Like, I just couldn't.
That was just a good. Like, I remember that episode coming out. It's like, what?
Yeah, like I didn't think about the name at the time, but now every time I think about it, like why does my mind go here now?
There are so many episodes of Tom and Jerry. We could go back and talk about our childhood, but just going into them researching everything they gave him, and then the gotcha game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, thank you to our friend Euroli Mate for telling us about this months ago before the episode came out, because oh my god.
You think Tom and Jerry's busted? Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet, kids.
Like, I'm like, did I just wake up from a coma into a new world of Tom and Jerry? Like, what did I just watch?
And apparently it was made by Warner Brothers, the same guys who made Tom and Jerry, so they had to take it into account.
True. I'm just like,
what?
I can't believe they actually counted it still.
What?
I mean, to be fair, I am happy it counted because I felt so bad for Mate that he covered it for no reason.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they covered it, actually.
Yeah, like, again, huge shout out to the researchers for both these characters. I don't envy you in the slightest.
Oh, yeah.
Just having to research both these two. Now, let's get into the episode itself, or the fight itself. This pictured the way I want it to be. I want it to be wacky, good fun, like what I was sitting down watching a cartoon when I was a kid, and it delivered.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yes, we didn't want to fight, but again, I wanted something that was, brought me back to my childhood, and I feel like this fight did that for me.
Oh, yeah, just the animation, though, like, it just feels like an official crossover between Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, it feels like.
Oh, yeah, and I even love the detail of how they had their names. Again, shout out to Luis for hand-drawing this himself. It looks really good, man.
Yep, Luis absolutely killed this.
And Wiley, again, the way that was brought up, obviously, having the house coming on a truck. And then you have Jerry being Jerry, and then Tom going chasing Jerry. Classic Tom and Jerry.
Yep.
And then you have Roadrunner, and then Rocket Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
And then before even the fight began, you see Jerry on the Roadrunner leaving the house.
True.
We'll get into the Tom and Jerry and the Roadrunner in a little bit more.
Yeah, that scene was great.
Obviously, we all wanted the Tom scream. We got.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Wiley having the signs.
Yeah, they had to give Wiley the signs. It's just Tom was slapping at his own side.
I mean, even the fact of the matter is that, both them just are wacky shenanigans going in and then transitioning to a war zone. I still think that's one of my favorite parts, the transition to the war zone. Come on, you apes! You want to live forever!
Yeah. Also, I guess another thing before we get more to it, just the Easter eggs at the start.
Yeah, that was a good touch.
I'm just gonna say now, same Simon the Chipmunk and Kyle from South Park. I'm just gonna say right now, dang it, Squiff. Because for context, we did like an event a while back, and he chose a joke matchup because one of the episodes we will talk to later, he did like a parody matchup as a joke, like Simon and Kyle.
Yeah, we'll get to it later. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to it later, but if you know, you know. But god dang it, Squiff.
But and then obviously the painting of I think it was the previous fight. I could be wrong. Yeah, it was the previous fight.
Yeah.
That was the detail, as well as some other references you see in it. Really good touch.
If you see Among Us and Fall Guys, and you see a reference to another matchup that hopefully maybe will come out next year.
Fingers crossed. but again, even the fight of the I think when Acme drops, obviously having that, transitioning to the running bit.
Yeah. It's just it's just like Wiley just gets crushed and then Thomas laughing, just crushed by the plane.
I think one of my favorites is the classic Wiley painting the tunnel, Tom going through it.
Yep. And then Thomas goes through it again. It's like, oh yeah, how about this?
And then truck, and then burn. And then if you notice a small detail in that truck, guess who's driving the truck?
Yep, you can see Jerry in the Roadrunner.
And then them trying to escape the fourth wall, which
and
then the videos as well. Again, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I have the point of some of these, like, for details, like, description for Wiley Tom, like, views, infinity, 0 seconds. And there's also another good one I'll point out. Omni-Man versus Hallmeyer debunked, fraud battle real by Liam Swan with 12 million. Goomba versus Hot Dog, Mario versus Solo Leveling, Death Battle 200.
There were so many
Guys, Thor just snap faster.
They just
Okay, this is the last one.
Go ahead.
Wile E. Coyote wrecks his own death battle. Literally now.
Again, all the details for this fight were really done. This was just wacky good fun, and then the ending.
Yeah, you could tell.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, you could tell whoever had fun making the fake videos, like, had a lot of fun editing that.
I mean, of course, the ending. Like, obviously, the house falls on Wiley, and then the front of the house crashes and kills Tom, and Wiley survives. So, the Wiley was the winner of this, which was, again, I was okay with this because this was wacky, loony, good fun, and that's what I wanted from this, and that's what I wanted.
Yeah, it's like, finally won and finally done. I mean, no, animal cruelty, no.
Now let's get into the soundtrack as well. I mean, it's not one that I'm gonna write home about. I mean, it's wild tomfoolery, clever on the name, bravo on the name.
It's a great name.
I mean, I feel like it was more of a backing track than sit down and listen to yourself.
Yeah, it's definitely more of like an episode track than the listen track.
Absolutely. But like, the way the track just fits perfectly with the animation, and I think that's what we wanted from it. So I can't really say anything besides that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, we get into the analysis. They gave, I think they gave stats to Wiley. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I know I think they gave versatility to him as well. I know they gave Tom intelligence.
Let me see.
I just don't.
Yeah, they gave Tom. I'm just going through it still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here it is. Yep, stats, Wiley, Arsenal, Wiley, intelligence, Tom, tuneliness, Tom, Wiley.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is that was well done. I mean, yes, I was kind of more rooting for Tom because I like Tom and Jerry just a little bit more.
Same.
But
Yeah, it was sad to see Tom die, but oh
hey,
well.
it's okay. This was just wacky good fun, and Louis killed it on the animation. I mean, unfortunately. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
I just realized this too. Looking back on what I'm looking at, apparently, Wiley and Tom were both voiced by Billy Burson. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, because I thought they were using just voice lines. Apparently, according to this, no. Interesting.
Yeah, again. I'll say again. Luis slayed with the animation.
Yeah, again, when we inevitably get Mickey versus Bugs, I really hope it's just kind of similar to this.
Yeah.
But holy moly, that was fun. That was just a fun episode.
Yep, and now
we get into a tie.
We had ourselves. Yeah, I was gonna say we had ourselves a little situation. We ended up having a tie of this one. However, we did make an idea.
Yeah, this is the way when me and Reece did this. The way I did it was with whatever episode got the higher rank, got the better. We thought was the better one. So
yeah,
granted, the highest rank was off by 1.
Yep.
I am dead serious. Wow, I am surprised to say that. But no, you know what, Reece? There's something we've been missing.
Oh yeah?
Gunfights.
Oh yeah.
If you can guess, our number 12 in the tie was Master Chief versus Doomslayer.
Yeah.
Oh, this one. I mean, I'm gonna say this. I remember going into it, this being the fight that was announced. People were so mad, and I'm gonna say this. Just stop complaining for once.
Yeah, like, I don't know what happened. Like, people are like, oh yeah, I'm finally getting this. And then when the episode comes up, wait, why are we getting this?
Just, again,
like,
you people in the community,
happened?
You people in the community cannot make up your dang mind. If you don't have anything positive to say, just shut up.
Yeah, anyway.
Let's stop talking about the community before I make this a rant video.
Yeah, let's talk about our perspective for this matchup.
Yeah, like, going into it, like, Master Chief vs. Doomslayer was an episode made in Season 1.
Yeah, well, that was before he was called Doom Guy.
Yeah, true. But again, going into it, both these characters, I think, like, needed to come back, even though I personally think they needed to be against different people. But again, doing this one as a new version of it, I think I was okay with, because again, I wanted a good old-fashioned gunfight. Like, number one, Halo needed a return. Of course, there's another character I wanted Halo to be in Death Battle, but we're not going to talk about him.
We'll get him one day, RKO. Don't worry. And then with all the new stuff that Doomslayer's gotten over the years, like, I think it made sense for them to get like a rematch or something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Again, this was one of the characters in the poll, along with the other options were Mewtwo versus Shadow, which is what I voted for. Which
yeah. I feel like they're going to do a rematch of that anyway at some point.
I think Mario versus Sonic was on there.
Yeah, it was Mario vs. Sonic 3.
I think
the Team Battle Royale.
Yang versus
Tifa.
And then
Tracer versus Scout.
Yeah, and Ben 10 versus Hal Jordan.
And I'm gonna say there's also
go ahead.
Then there's also a Terminator versus RoboCop.
And I'm gonna say this for you Ben 10 fans out there: Ben ain't winning against Hal. You've been warned.
Again, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, but going into the, I wanted a good fashion gunfight because we've not had a good fashion gunfight for a death battle for a long time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I think the last one we actually had wasn't Bond versus Wick.
That
I'm gonna look it up actually.
I don't really know.
Yeah, let me see. Let me look. Here, both characters Ghost guns. Let me see here.
I think you're right because
Yeah, no, I think it was Bond versus Wick.
yeah, but both these two, I feel like they needed to come back for death battle again. Even though I still have a personal one for Chief that I want to see, again, this is okay to bring back for as a rematch. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Even though it was heavily one-sided.
Yeah. Again, we'll get into that.
Yeah, but I guess we can get into the animation, and I'm gonna start off with my negative. And Reece, I know our friend Nearly Mate and Bro Bus, because they even said this, they didn't talk about Halo itself in the analysis.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I feel like this is more of your topic, since I never played Halo, so I feel like this is more your topic. So go ahead.
I played Halo a lot, and them not talking about the Halo itself was kind of a missed opportunity. Granted, I think they really needed to, even though I think the biggest question was everybody was saying was, obviously, we all know Dr. Halsey's going to hell for what she did to Chief. And actually what she did to the kids, period, in the Spartan program.
Yeah. After hearing that, I was like, wow.
I'm like, why is, Halsey seems kind of cool, and then learning about her, I'm like, maybe I should just rethink what I just said. and then going into the ridiculous arsenal that Chief has and uses.
Oh, yeah.
Say what you can say about Halo. Halo has a buck ton of weapons.
Definitely.
Going in them, even going into Cortana, which I'm gonna say.
Does anyone have the hots for Alexa?
I'm gonna say this. Even before Alexa came out, I had the hots for Cortana. Am I wrong to say that? No.
I mean, to be fair, the internet exists.
But again, the fact of the matter is, talking about Cortana and Chief's relationship was a very good topic to bring up, because that's what gave Chief his humanity back, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
And learning about kind of how Chief Ken rose up the ranks and became the man we know him as today, the icon of Halo itself.
Oh yeah.
Chief was really well. Chief was, I mean, I will say that in minor detail, but talking about the weapons and all the story, I kind of wish they would a little bit more in the story for Chief, but again, that's just minor critiques for me.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I also love the way how they ended his analysis too, just like, I can't remember exactly the words, but yeah, if you know, you know.
Finishing the fight line. From I want to say.
Oh that, yeah.
I think it's from Halo. I want to say.
Fight, yeah.
I think that was from 2. If you remember, please leave in the comment section if you remember.
Yeah, that was a cool way to end it.
And then transitioning into Doom Guy or Doom Slayer, excuse me.
I mean, yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. So we all know Doom Guy, right?
Yeah.
And then, have you heard what happened when he came into Doom Slayer? Oh boy.
Boy, oh boy.
Sit down, because you have a story.
Yeah. Doom Slayer has gone through the ringer, and learning about, him traveling to Mars, and then, oops, guess what he found?
Demons.
More and more demons.
And not just demons. Demons that killed his pet rabbit, and
that's a mistake you shouldn't have done.
Saying, all hell broke loose.
Well played.
Thank you.
But even the factor of learning about Doom Slayer and his story about how the rage of killing demons fueled his rage and fire.
Yeah, he basically became so addicted to like an addict at that point.
Yeah, he did. Like Doomslayer's story. Like, I remember when Doom Guy came out. Obviously, I don't think any of the Doom games had the newer Doom games came out. I could be wrong.
Yeah, the new Doom games didn't come out till 2016, so like 5 years later.
Yeah, but then talking about the ridiculous amount of weapons that the Doomslayer has is bizarre. I mean, do I need to reference the BFG?
Yep. He also has a super shotgun, which you want to know what that is. Just picture scorpions get over here with a shotgun.
Good description.
That's the best way to put it.
Good description.
But again, here's the thing: instead of you coming over to him, he's coming to you.
I don't know what's scarier, that or the other way around.
Yes.
True. And then learning about how he became one of the knights. I can't remember the knights from the game, but then being trained by them and then doing more. Gee willikers.
Yeah.
And then him meeting Vega, who turned out to be a god.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think just the story for both stories were buck wild. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, and then of course the chainsaw, which we all know was coming. We'll get into that detail.
Chainsaw, yeah.
But it was really again, this was really good. I think the analysis for Doomslayers were good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's two things, like one positive, one negative. The positive first, just the story between who his father is and his grandfather.
Oh gosh, yes.
That hurt my brain so bad.
Go ahead. And your negative?
Yeah, my negative. I think Doomslayer's analysis went on a little too long.
I will agree because I think Chiefs was a little too short as well.
Yeah, Chiefs felt shorter, while Doomslayer's felt a little longer. If that's not even counting the ad.
Yeah, true.
Which is not there anymore, so either way, it's...
Yeah, but
still get the point.
Yeah, but in learning all about the scaling for the sword, the Crucible? Was it the Crucible with this weapon?
The Crucible Blade, yeah.
Thank you. Learning about that was really cool. Now let's get into the fight, which it was... I think the way this fight set up was Chief, I think he was investigating something from what looked like to me.
Looks like it, yeah.
Obviously Cortana being there to help him. Yes, because Cortana was used. As well as Vega was used in the fight.
Yeah, they had to use Cortana and Vega.
And the fact of the matter is that the way they did it, I still think when, some other details, what was it? I'm trying to remember. But I think one of my favorite things is, who brings a chainsaw to a gunfight?
That is a fair reaction, to be fair.
I mean, wouldn't you do the same? It's like, what are you doing bringing that?
Yeah.
I think the way the gunfight was done, I think the choreography for the fight was really good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even before we even go into it, we knew the fight was going to go to hell. There was no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, it was expected. But you want to know one thing we didn't expect, though?
What was that?
Them teaming up to fight demons.
I was gonna say another thing we didn't expect. Did y'all notice anything about that forklift?
Well, I thought I saw something, but I don't know.
That was I think it was like a dog or something from Animal Crossing. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, it probably wasn't Isabel.
Yeah, probably wasn't too important.
Yeah, that was. And then them fighting demons. Now I'm gonna say that part of the fight was sick. Was one of my favorite parts.
And I'm just gonna say this now. We could have had this as an official crossover if it wasn't for Xbox canceling that deal with Secret Level. Thanks, Xbox.
Yeah, thanks for nothing.
Anyway.
But yeah, that was
that was still really cool though.
Yeah, the collaboration. and again, Cortana's lines. I'm gonna say Cortana's lines through the whole thing were golden.
Yeah, what the heck just happened? Just get backhanded with a skull.
Like, and also, you may have also, there is a reference to another fight that we haven't talked about in the background of this fight, which I think was a nice detail that Devil did, because yes, Devil did work on it, along with David Fisher and actually Luis as well.
Oh wait, did Luis actually help with this one? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's just those two. I don't think Luis helped me yet.
According to says there was some 2D moments in this. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
That may be in the Wisdom Moonstick moment, but again, that could be me.
Maybe.
But the fact of the matter is that I think it was really good. Like, I think one of my, obviously, we're not there yet, but having the BFG versus the Spartan Laser, even though I'm gonna say that I think the BFG would beat the Spartan Laser any day of the week, but the clash was really good.
Yeah, I was about to say before that, just cheap chasing after the rocket.
Oh, Slayer.
Not Slayer, I meant to say, whoops.
Yep.
But Slayer just chasing after the rocket. If you're fighting a man able to chase after his own rocket that he missed, well, kiss yourself goodbye, because, jeez.
It's like, crap, that was my last rocket! Oh wait, I'll go get it. Here, take it.
Oh god.
That was yeah. It was, and in the way that Cortana took Vega out of the fight, even though Vega was not really useful in the fight to begin with, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, you can actually tell that's when Slayer finally got serious. It's like after Vega went, it's like now it's personal. And then we know how personal he took it when we get to the death.
Yeah, I mean, I will say the definitely poses. I think it was the Halo 2 pose for Chief.
Yeah.
And in the end for I think the Doomslayer. I can't remember what Doom game.
I think that was his Doom 2016 pose.
Okay, but yeah, and then now again, I know some people will argue the death was a little too brutal for Halo fans. But how do you mix Halo and Doom together? Because Doom is always gloriously bloody and gory.
Yeah. If they had to make a death, it would have to be brutal, sadly. I didn't see any other way to do it.
Even for a Halo fan, I just couldn't see Doomslayer would do it that way. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because, spoiler alert, this was heavily Doomslayer's win.
Yeah, but before we get to the conclusions, let's talk about the VAs in this episode too.
Oh yeah, the VAs. We had Master Chief was voiced by Philip Sacramento, who did an excellent Chief voice, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he sounded spot on in the game.
As I said, I'm gonna get to Cortana's VA in a little bit because I think she was the MVP of this fight.
Mm-hmm.
We had Doomslayer, even though he had one line, which was rip and tear at the end, was voiced by Gianni. Gianni! Hey, look, Stalker's VA is back.
Fun little story is this. So, in the build-up of this episode, I remember here, I think we also talked about it behind the scenes and heard about it in the Professor cast. Richard thought they were going to get Gianni to voice Master Chief.
Which was Levi's first, which was actually his opposite.
Yeah, we got Gianni, but not the character he thought it was going to be.
We got it as Doomslayer.
Yeah.
And y'all remember we talk about Homelander when we talk about Omni-Man versus Bardock, right? His VA returned.
Yeah, Yang Yi.
As Vega.
Which, I gotta say, as someone that's played the modern Doom games with Vega's VA in the game, he sounded exactly like Vega from the games, I think, in my opinion. Spot on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those VAs did great, but again, the MVP VA was Cortana's VA, Kira Buckland. He killed Cortana.
Yeah, just the lines alone, you can tell how much fun she was having with the lines.
It's again, two of the lines was obviously the "Who brings a chainsaw to a gunfight?" Perfect line. And then, obviously, Reece mentioned, "What the heck just happened?"
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I don't agree on this with the voice acting.
Oh yeah, 100%. And going into the everything else, power, duh, Slayer. Even though
Yeah.
Chief got one win, which
It was his AI, yeah. Which makes
Cortana
sense,
is
obviously.
Cortana's busted if you've not done Halo research.
Yeah, and then once we get into all the other stats,
That's where Doomslayer just sweeps.
yeah.
I, again, I will say this out of context. This felt like more of a, and Reece, you probably can testify to this. This felt like more of a Doomslayer episode than a Chief episode, and for a lot of
Yeah,
people.
I guess this is where I could talk about why I have that my ranking now as it is. Like, that's what kind of holds the episode back for me. Is like,
Yeah,
this felt like more of a Doomslayer episode than a Master Chief episode. And here's the saying: this is kind of for a guy that's played all the modern Doom games from 2016
Mhm.
and hasn't played a Master Halo game. So
yeah,
if I'm saying that, I think you kind of have my impressions. Again, not saying the episode's bad.
oh,
It's just that kind of like holds it back for me, sadly.
oh, absolutely. Excuse me, but yeah.
Very soon.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the music, which for the music,
Oh, right, yeah.
we had Brandon Yates do "Halo to Hell."
And
we
we also had a returner for the track also.
Oh yeah, we do have a returner.
Or returners, I could say.
Yeah, the Death Battle Fan Choir came back for this one.
Yep.
But also, the Doom game soundtrack, right?
Yep.
They got David Levy from Doom, the Doom Double tracks, to make it. And I'm going to say this, the music matched both of Halo and Doom perfectly.
Oh yeah, just the orchestra vocals for Halo, just the metal music from Doom, like they actually blended it pretty well.
In my opinion, that was probably the best part of the episode, was the track.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, it's not my favorite track, but it's still a really great track.
Yeah. And it was really done. Like, I've listened to it plenty of times when I'm coming home from work. It's phenomenal.
Fair enough.
But whew, now, what you may ask, what tied with this episode? They got one higher than Chief's Doomslayer. Well, this next fight got me into something.
Yep.
Then our number 11. Was Joker versus Giorno.
Yeah.
The episode, remember when we talked about there were 3 episodes? Like, we knew 2 from this Kickstarter that were going to happen, but most people, whenever Rooster Teeth shut down, most people theorized it was going to be this episode itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like going into this was a debate going into this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people were just waiting for the floodgates because, oh boy, when we heard about how this matchup was,
oh boy, is it complicated, more than you care to bargain for. Like,
yeah, from what we heard, from from the standpoint wise, I get heated here and there from myself with this debate.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this, I think most people agreed when going into this episode, like, Joker had every advantage, it's just Requiem for Giorno.
Yeah, it came down to gold experience Requiem. Like that's what it came down to.
Yeah, and going into that was most people's argument was can Joker handle Requiem? Which I think was the big debate going into this fight.
Yep, and well, that answer.
Well,
you're gonna have to wait and see because I'm not giving that away that easy.
Yeah, me either. This one again. I'll get to the end of how it got me into something later. But going into Joker's and going to the analysis, learn about Joker's story man, you gotta feel bad for Joker.
Yeah.
Like, he's been through a lot of adults who were kind of a-holes.
Yeah.
like, but then the friendships he made along the way, having obviously arson and then yet a lot of personas, because surprise,
Yeah.
he's a wild card.
I mean, hey, I guess that's the perks of the metaverse. Oh no, that's scary. There we go.
Yeah, that was a good detail.
Yeah.
Like, and then learning more about all of his personas, and obviously the joke on I can't remember whatever the persona is that is like, oh, Jesus doesn't look like that. I'm like, no, it's
that's...
I can't remember what persona it is. We'll have to ask somebody.
Yeah. I know the one you're talking about, though. Ugh.
But again, all of the personas were like, talk about all personas that he has and he's gotten in the social links. Good grief.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. It's like, also, I love how they did the Wiz and Boomstick models. Like,
Oh yeah, that one.
that was great. I think because I guess that's what happened was since they were like, mid-production of the episode. I guess since they could have finished the animation, they just had like the limit distinctly for it.
I mean, I think that was
And
more.
actually made it work.
I think that was a persona reference, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was definitely a Persona reference.
Which was.
And that's like,
Oh, that joke in it too.
Yeah. Like, oh, well, are you a relationship with status? But I'll be like, well, sorry, Wiz, I'm gonna go home, drink beer, and date my teacher.
Wait, what?
That joke's like every time, like that's like the best part for me in this episode. Is just that joke alone made this episode worth it.
Yeah, and then like looking at all the feats Joker has, like you can see why people were going, yeah, Joker's probably has all the stats advantages. Like like people are going, yeah, and then going into Giorno's, talking about being a gangsta, or let me rephrase that, a gangstar.
There you go. Also, I love how Wiz was like also going for like an Italian mob boss type of voice at the start.
But yeah, I mean, and then learning that how in the world he came into being both a JoJo and a Brando.
Yeah, so basically, if you haven't seen Jonathan's episode or Dio's episode, basically Dio took over Johnson's body, so he kind of got busy
in the kids department
inside Johnson's body. So
yeah. Like, the fact of the matter is, him getting obviously golden experience, and then learning about how ridiculous his stand is and his abilities is.
Yeah, like, for example, being able to turn a tooth into a fly.
Or turn his tooth into a jellyfish.
To drink the poison out the urine.
What the heck?
Yeah, JoJo's gets weird. Like, what have we not seen from JoJo's at this point?
Fair enough. Like, even going into the fact of learning about return to zero when we get Requiem.
Yeah, Requiem.
My brain hurts. Like,
yeah.
Say what you can. I remember when I reacted to this episode, my brain hurts.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Like,
and it's also just that realization with Jesus still.
Oh gosh, that joke.
Jonathan Joseph. JoJo.
No. Oh boy.
Like, God.
Like, and then, and then there, of course the joke, Requiem brings you right back in.
Yep.
Again, learning both about these two made me get interested in both series, specifically one of them. We'll talk about it later, because that's more for conclusion, the ending. But let's get into the fight. Obviously, the fight taking place in Giorno's palace made sense to me. It kind of had that Persona energy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because
yeah, definitely.
Like, obviously, even the start of the loading screen, nice detail that it didn't have to add, but it was welcome one.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then it just jumps right into the fight.
Giorno Giovanna. Like, again, I think the VAs did pretty good on this too.
Yeah.
Again,
We'll get to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, the fact of the matter is, obviously, both of the personas fighting the Stan, which both characters would get confused. Obviously, oh, I think it's Persona. Oh, that's another Stan. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, like for example, I just love when Joker used as Alice and Jordan's response like, "Impossible, a second stand."
And for context, if you play Persona 5, you know that's an instant kill move. Alice's stand that dive me is actually an instant kill move.
Yeah, for understand, yeah.
And then obviously bringing in probably I want to say I don't want to say an icon per Persona, but I would say a mascot or an icon in Jack Frost.
Yeah.
That was a good touch. Obviously, all of what Requiem do, transforming Joker's rope into a snake.
Yeah, and then there's also the punching the bullets in the bees, and the bees just go straight back into the gun later on.
Yeah, that was a good touch. And then I still think one of the best parts of, well, not best parts, but best part, obviously, Requiem, the hand-drawn of what Requiem looked like. I think that was hand-drawn.
Yeah. Yeah, once we got Gold Spirit Requiem, but that's when things got interesting.
Yeah, and then the punches. All you have to say, ow. Yeah, like the punches, like ow. And then the going into the interrogation room with Joker, and having the social links talking to Joker. It's like communicating, which points into the winner. And then him getting out of that move. And it's like, you didn't hear me before. Checkmate.
Checkmate. Yeah, that was such a good line.
And bringing Sentinel in to deliver the killing blow because yes, Joker won.
And also just a great way to end it too, just like the end of like a Persona battle, like great touch.
Yeah, very very great touch. Now let's get into the VAs and then we'll get to the music. The VAs, we have Joker was voiced by Kevin Riviera.
And if that name sounds familiar, he voiced Dimitri and Alex Mercer in season 10.
Nice. And he did. Obviously, if you don't know Joker's VA, it is Xander Mobius. It sounded very similar to Xander.
Yeah, like I actually generally thought they probably actually got Xander somehow with an alias. But that is impressive.
Yeah, it was really good. And then Jorno was voiced by a new VA, which I think he came back this season, didn't he? Was Kieran Regan?
Wait, Kier's a voice actor?
No, not that Kier.
I know.
But Kieran Regan, now I think it was his first role. Obviously, him also speaking Italian in this. Nice detail.
Yeah, like nice Italian accent. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Like both VAs did really good. Like the way they portrayed both characters, I think it was very spot on. And again, I can't really complain anything about their voice roles. I mean, I feel like the fight was a little short, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Now getting into the song, which again, we could praise this soundtrack of these fights so well, was Requiem for a Thief by Theirwolf Media, which featured O Force Child, or if you want to call her Ceres, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry.
Wait, what? I missed it. What do you want me to say?
I was saying the person who did the vocals was O Force Child, or her other alias.
Yeah, I think that was their name, Force Child.
Yeah,
let me see here. Yep, O Force Child.
Yeah, and it was really good. It definitely mixed both the styles of Persona music, but also the JoJo music of Giorno's JoJo's adventure parts, and combined it.
Yeah,
I think it was really good.
Yeah, I definitely felt like the first half Persona, second half JoJo's, final part Persona.
Yeah, it mixed it well. It was really really good. Name, I would say the name needs a little work, but I'm not gonna complain too much.
Yeah, it's a good name.
Yeah, and then going into the analysis, obviously them saying every stat belonged to Joker until Requiem showed up.
Yeah, once Requiem gets here, yeah, that's when the debate really starts.
It knocked off. I think it knocked out 3 things, 3 or 2, when they were talking about it.
Let me see.
I don't. Yeah, I said I don't remember. Yeah, I'm at.
All right.
Yeah, I don't remember because I'm looking at it right now and I can't see it.
Oh, I see it now. Well, I had it.
Cool.
Here it is. The resistances and speed.
Oh, resistance and speed. Yeah, that makes sense. But the thing is, that really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things because Joker still had everything else, and the social links, which played a factor in it, which helped break through one of Requiem's abilities, and gave Joker the win.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that mattered, and which was kind of funny. People were actually genuinely okay with the results for this one over the previous Omni-Man versus Bardock, which is still surprising to me to this day.
Yeah, like all of a sudden Joker's like, oh god, SDN times, Joker Giorno's out. It's like, what are you doing? It's over, man. What do you mean?
Exactly.
It's Joker Giorno.
Yeah, we
actually,
agree.
Joker Giorno turned out fine. The war for Omni and Bardock's simply going on. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was so surprising. And thanks to this, even though it was probably months later, I got into Persona 5 Royal because I bought it from the PlayStation Store and started doing it for the channel. Shameless plug.
I mean, hey, fair enough.
Because I've been wanting to try a Persona game, and I actually found it for a good deal with the DLC. So, and my friends told me this is the game, and so I got it, and so I'm doing it on the channel. Even though I've not done so much so far.
I mean, you're at a start at least.
Yeah. But
yeah,
I still give this credit for getting me into Persona. I credit this episode specifically for getting me into Persona.
Yeah, I guess the only thing the reason why I had it was so is just like, since I don't know really much well about the characters, so that's probably why it's holding back. But again, still a really good episode.
That's why I probably put it higher.
Yeah, and hey, I'm just happy this didn't have a destructive result like the last episode.
True.
And speaking of destruction...
You say destruction? Oh gosh, this one. Oh yeah, y'all remember the first time I brought Reece in for a reaction?
Memories. I remember like it was yesterday.
When my audio was terrible for you, and I still feel bad for it.
And hey, you guys can actually hear me this time.
But yes, our number 10 is Hulk versus Godzilla.
Oh boy.
My brain, man. Jeez, brain coming up on this fight. Oh gosh. I remember the build up to this fight, man. Going, what are they gonna give both Hulk and Godzilla?
Yeah.
I mean, Hulk had not won an episode since he's been on the show. He lost to Doomsday. I almost forgot his name. He lost to Broly, even though I think technically he should have beat Broly, but that's just me. I was really hoping Hulk would win this one because I was more cheering for him in this episode.
Yeah. Honestly, I just wanted the Hulk to at least get a win.
But I will say, I was kind of genuinely glad to see Godzilla back.
Yeah, Godzilla, I definitely deserve another episode. Like, it's been 10 years since he last fought Gamera. Yeah. And fun fact, if the episode didn't get delayed, the episode would have came out on Godzilla Gamera's 10-year anniversary.
Whoops. Yeah, I still like that edit I did for that episode. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was great.
But
yeah, hearing everything about these two alone with what they've gotten, especially for Godzilla. Oh my god!
If you don't know Ultima, oh gosh.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, this was a bit. Excuse me a minute.
You're good.
Woo! Sorry about that. But the debate for this going, what they're gonna give each other was part of this. Even me going into it, I was generally didn't know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
Like
Again, like it was just such a hard debate.
yeah, very much. And
Go
on.
one thing I will say though, like as we get to the episode, shout out to everyone that worked on this episode, because over around 100 FP researchers.
Yeah, remember how I think the G1 blog, I think.
Yeah, they said we don't want to get into it because of how the debate is. That wasn't really fully the case.
That was their hidden reason.
Yeah, and Bro was also confused, and Bro couldn't get anyone for this, at least for backup as an idea, and that's why they couldn't say anything to him, because they were working on the episode.
Yeah, I think I remember a lot of people, I think even Nemesis Bloodreich helped them with this.
Yeah,
one.
Nemesis, I think, wasn't Bang also to help out with it also?
I think Bang helped with it, I could be wrong.
Yeah, so many people worked on this.
But that's why they didn't do the G1 blog, because they were helping research this fight, which I don't blame.
I don't envy them, yeah. Like, with how much stuff these guys have gotten, yeah.
But again, now let's get into the analysis. Then going over Hulk a third time, but focusing on. Go ahead.
Okay, which I gotta say, the way how they started off with like the description for Hulk, Chef Kiss.
Yeah, and then the focus not just on Hulk himself, but focusing on Banner with relation to the Hulk was really good.
Yeah, like it was really nice to see him actually cover Banner for once.
Because the other ones more covered Hulk in of itself. Not just not Banner.
Yeah.
Which would play a factor in this fight, but we will not get to that until later.
Yep.
But, like, him going over how ridiculous Hulk and Banner are, good night.
Yeah.
Learning how busted the Green Door is. Apparently how Hulk can break the fourth wall, question mark?
It all comes down to Gamma.
Because Gamma is not the Gamma we know today. Because Gamma comes from hell. Wait, what?
Yep. It is from the one below wall, and
oh boy. Oh boy. But yeah, going into each of the personalities, because Hulk has different personalities, but again, with talking about Bruce's personal disorder, which played a factor with Hulk and his Hulk transformation and his forms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got Joe Fixit, the original Grey Hulk, Devil Hulk, who's basically Banner as a child, sadly.
Savage Hulk, which is basically Kid Hulk. Green Scar, which is the ruler, the Emperor ruler, whatever you want to call it, King.
Yep. And then there's the one that combines both of them together, Brains and Brawn, the Professor Hulk.
Yeah. But again, that was really, again, I think the way they covered Hulk, I think this is the best way they've covered Hulk in Death Battle. In all of his three episodes.
Definitely. Yeah. Like, I'll definitely say for analysis why, yeah, this is definitely his best one, just by including Bruce Banner alone.
Oh, agreed. Now let's flip the upside of his opponent. Let's go into Godzilla, which it was good to see Godzilla again as them analyzing Godzilla.
And again, just the description, Chef Kiss.
Yes, learning more about Godzilla. You know how ridiculous this guy does, terrorizing Tokyo, which you kind of gotta feel bad for Tokyo some days.
Yeah.
Because it's his playground apparently.
Pretty much, yeah. Depends on which version.
True. We're not talking about the American version because that got obliterated by Godzilla. We don't talk about him.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. If we're talking about the MonsterVerse one, yeah, that one's good.
Yeah. But
yeah.
But going into Godzilla, learning all, about basically what his powers is, how he became who he is. well, the big lizard became how the big lizard became the big lizard
Yep.
was amazing. I know,
Oh yeah, definitely.
and then obviously I think the big thing people want to hear us talk about is them explaining Ultima.
Yeah. But before you, yeah, it's just I always think I just love to is just like how insane, like how like dark, but how goofy Godzilla can get.
Oh yeah,
Like for example, what Bill described, this family that's about to go into radiation. It's like we're gonna meet your father soon. It's like, dang, and then next movie, drop kick. It's like, what's with this tone shift?
and then I think
And
obviously
then
the silliness of Godzilla with the obviously getting busy with Charles Barkley.
and fighting a mech piloted by Hatsune Miku.
Hello, and then obviously he's again. I think he's a good spokesman for Dr. Pepper. Don't you agree?
Yep. Oh, you want scary? I'll show you scary. like survive a meteor that wiped out the dinosaur, and destroyed the Earth. That's scary enough for you?
Nope.
Man, I could go for a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, and then learn about all the insane things he's done in his comics. Again, and then of course, like I said, we talk about Ultima, which Ultima is another topic for another day.
Yeah, Ultima. Yeah, so basically, Ultima is just picture every version of Godzilla out there. That's sort of Ultima, pretty much.
Exactly. Ooh, that felt good. Taking that drink. But yeah, it was this insane. Even going into when we were even making our predictions, we were thinking Hulk was winning. I think we both picked Hulk.
Yeah, we both picked Hulk at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's been a while, but and then getting into the fight itself, obviously, having it kind of be a newscaster come into it.
Yeah.
And talk about it's like Godzilla's rampaging through the city. What's new?
Yeah, then we get the Hulk.
Yep.
Which I gotta say, if I like how they handled the fight. Like they made it more like a Godzilla type of fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a Godzilla theme fight, which I thought they did pretty well.
Oh, agreed. But yeah, the way it was kind of like, the way I pictured it is kind of like a Godzilla movie with Hulk in the fight. That's the way I kind of see it. I could be wrong.
Yeah, just picture Godzilla, but he just plays Hulk in the middle of somewhere.
Yeah. But the way they even did it, again, we thought that Godzilla was gonna sit on Hulk. No, that was his foot.
Yeah, and only that too. Like, I just love that shot of like Hulk just climbing on Godzilla's scale.
Yeah, and the first kill on Godzilla. Ow!
Just like fully pulling his jaw all the way back. Like, jeez.
Yeah, and then transforming into a green scar, which obviously they use Marvel Rivals Hulk, just FYI.
Yeah, they use Marvel Rivals Hulk's model. Yeah, just the charge up alone for Godzilla. I love that charge up so much.
Agreed.
Especially since I watched -1 before the episode came out. Which, by the way, if you have not watched Godzilla -1, watch it. It is a fantastic Godzilla movie.
Yeah, and I think one of my favorite parts was definitely when Hulk did the thunderclap and charged towards Godzilla.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then the big explosion, and then
you see the red smoke, and then Ultima shows up.
It's like yeah, you see red smoke. It's like uh-oh.
And you can definitely see the size difference now.
Very much.
And here's the thing.
Go on.
Like, you thought this fight was gonna last a couple minutes?
Nope.
No, it lasted a couple days.
Yeah, I think this is the first time in Death Battle history it's lasted longer than the time span has been in the episode has been longer than a day.
Yeah, it just... And then just, like, we get to the event, just, how does it work? Well, Smash. It's just that smirk Hulk gives. It's like, oh, you know me so well.
And the fact of the matter is the way, that I want to say that monologue. I guess it was a monologue of Branner being the scientist, trying to think out or trying to solve Ultima.
Mm-hmm.
Was a nice touch. Even though I will say that when looking at the glove, that glove was making me think the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, it definitely gives me like Infinity Gauntlet vibes. And I think this is like my minor complaint too. Like the way how this fight's built up, I think it lasted a little too long to make you think who's gonna win.
Yeah, I will agree with that context. However, even besides that was really good, especially the
it's still really cool.
Especially the ending that you see the I guess the I don't want to call it the inside of, basically
I can't remember what it was called, but archetype.
Yeah, the archetype, and then you see the fist of Hulk come through it.
Yeah, then just the avatar of Godzilla. Then you see all the spikes. Which there's a funny comment I read.
Go on.
So how the Hulk died to Doomsday? Spikes.
Oh.
How did Hulk win against Godzilla?
Same.
Spikes. So kind of funny you think about it in a way.
I didn't even think about that until you said that now. Wow.
Yeah, it just comes full circle.
But yeah, it was really well. Again, I think it was well done. Obviously, this one of those things. Even the news reporter getting killed by Ultima, I think was like a nice touch. Even though you kind of feel bad for her.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. I guess I haven't said who was animating this episode. It was another Devil Artemis episode.
Devil, David, and Luis worked on this.
All three of them together worked on this episode together.
Yeah, which will pave the way for something coming up. But again, what the fact of the matter is that it was really well done. Now let's get into the voice actors. I don't remember who did the news reporter, but I know who did.
I have it.
Go ahead.
If you want to do Hulk first.
Yeah, Hulk and Bruce Banner's VA were both voiced by Blythe Mellon. Hope I pronounced her name right.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
I think he did a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you couldn't even tell like the same person.
Exactly.
And then we had Godzilla. I mean, he was obviously voiced by Liam, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, it was Godzilla. Like Godzilla's roar is iconic. What can you say?
Yeah. And the reporter we had Dawn M. Bennett.
Oh yeah, Dawn M. Bennett.
Oh yeah. I think he also made a tweet after the episode came out, just like I never expect to be getting eaten by Godzilla. Thanks, Ben.
I remember that tweet now.
Yeah, I remember me and May talked about that. Yeah, that was funny.
That was a nice touch. I think both of them, both voice actors did really good. Again, I think with the way he did Bruce's monologue, even though I will agree it was a little long, but it was really good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
And then we got the track
Madness of the Monster by Theirwolf Media, which I will say I think being in kind of that orchestral vibe fit Godzilla. I think it did fit Hulk. I will agree this is an underrated track. Again, shout out to you, Squid, for saying it's really good. It's just I don't go back to and listen to it as much.
Yeah, like I like what they're going with, making more like a Godzilla track. But it just didn't really work for me, sadly. Again, nothing against the track. I feel like it's just better for the fight.
Yeah, better for the fight. It fit for the fight. It's just I don't go back and sit down and listen to it on my own. But it was still good. And getting into the conclusion, the fact that stats or power and strength didn't really matter because of Ultima. Thanks.
Yeah, but then Immortality, it was also even.
The only thing that mattered was Gamma and Archetype. And the fact of the matter, what came down to being the ultimate winning condition was Bruce Banner. Yes. Bruce Banner played the key factor.
Yeah.
Because let's just be honest, Bruce wouldn't know how to solve the Ultima equation.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like with him being like the smartest person in the world, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he even made an ultimate nullifier, so yeah, if you can make that, then yeah, he could definitely solve that.
Yeah, he's able to. Yeah, like Bruce Banner was the key factor, even though I feel bad for Billy and Mate because they were spoiled on this by someone.
Yeah.
We don't know who it is, but who you are, if you know who you are, you should feel bad for yourself for ruining this for somebody else.
But again, let's not go into that though. Like,
Yeah, really.
yeah, but anyway, I think either way that though, like, I think it was like a fun idea to have Bruce Banner as the winner.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even though most people would say, "Oh, Bruce Banner won, not the Hulk," I'm like, he's still the Hulk.
They're both the same. So yeah,
so shut up.
Don't steal this from Hulk. They both got together.
Alrighty, so we're finally out of the double digits, Reece, I think. We are out of the double digits. Now we're into number 9, which,
however,
no, actually we'll get into it. I think, Reece, I'm gonna say with number 9. I wish Monty was here to see that episode.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah, I'm sure he's looking down us to hear about this.
Remember everything descending into hell.
Alright, so we have a special guest for our number 9 because our friend here was really up for this one, and he has more to say about this than probably me or Reece because neither of us are Soul Eater fans, but he is. Please welcome our guest, Purple.
Yo, I like the Eaters of the Souls.
Well done, Purple. I'll give you that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was before we even started. This felt good to see as a 200 Ruby versus Maka.
Oh, definitely.
I still wish Monty was here to see it personally, but yeah.
Yeah, again, I'm sure he was looking down, excited.
You know?
But let's get into the build-up. Obviously, Purple, you can talk about this because I feel like this is your race, not ours.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I feel like we should talk about Ruby's analysis first because that's what comes first.
Sure, we can do that. We can do that.
True.
I really liked nearly all of Ruby's analysis. The entire thing. It covered her story really well. It covered her powers really well. I can definitely feel the passion for Ruby as a series in basically the entire thing.
I'm gonna admit one nitpick that I have, and you may or may not say this either. With Ruby, I feel like they glossed over kind of her depression or whatever, kind of her suicidal thoughts, because yes, she dealt with that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's like, this episode just in general is so amazing, aside from that one moment. Like,
I mean, it's just it's just one little thing.
That one little thing. It wouldn't even like take that much time to just write about her getting over it, but just saying, she got over it after.
Yeah, that didn't really work that well, sadly. Yeah,
I agree.
It's a black stain on a otherwise, in my opinion, perfect episode.
Fair.
And it almost like brought the entire episode down for me because the ending of an analysis, I feel like, is one of the most important things to get right for a character on Death Battle.
Oh, agreed.
So fumbling it
definitely.
with Ruby of all characters, especially when they did something similar with Maka, but they actually explained how she got over it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a very rare writing blunder on Death Battle's part.
Yeah. But
That being said, though,
it was good.
I don't think it takes down the overall package for Ruby's analysis for me personally. I still loved Ruby's analysis quite a lot, even as someone who has dropped Ruby. I am now interested in picking the show back up again.
Yeah, likewise.
Nice.
I mean, I will say this, and this is, I guess I like this is a slight nitpick. I feel like went through Ruby's kind of story a little too fast in some regards. With that being said, as well.
I disagree. I think aside from that one part towards the end.
I mean, that's just my little nitpick. That's just a small nitpick. Nothing to take away from the episode at all. Like,
yeah,
it was a very,
Yeah.
it was a very, very solid analysis.
Yeah.
I mean, I think one of the funnier moments is looking at the size comparison of Ruby's weapon to hers.
Yeah.
Like Crescent
Yeah.
Rose, it's like, okay, Crescent Rose is this big and Ruby's, excuse me.
But yeah,
You know,
yeah, other than
Sword Art-
the-
Go ahead.
you know, Soul Sword Arts is gonna hate Crescent Rose. Not only is it a scythe, which is a very impractical weapon, it's a big scythe, and big weapons aren't that good. But you know, they'll probably also like it because it's also a gun. And guns are objectively like the best weapons.
Go
True.
ahead. Go ahead,
Oh,
Reese.
yeah.
Go ahead, Reese.
I was gonna say, yeah, this was a really great analysis. Other than that last part, and it definitely does want me to get me into Ruby at some point. Like, I just need to find the time. But yeah, all in all, I think other than that, I think Ruby was a really solid analysis. I think.
I mean, again, going back to Ruby, obviously, we talk about this. Ruby, I want to say, would you say she's the main mascot of Ruby? Because I wouldn't say she is.
She's the main character.
Okay, she's the main character. Okay, granted, I need to get back and I'm trying to go back and
The
rewatch it,
series
but that's just personally.
really named after her.
That is true. That is true.
It's
Tells you how much-
one letter off from just being her name.
That is true. It tells you how much I need to go back and watch it. But again, I have a backlog
Oh,
of
Mark,
things
yeah,
to watch.
so who's the main character of Ruby? I don't know, Ruby.
Again,
Anyway,
let's
get
that
to Maka.
yeah. This is where I think, like, I would say, with the last character being Chrono, which was a little too. I think again, I still don't know if Chrono was the first best rep. No offense to.
No,
so later.
Crona. Okay. Croniator. Croniator fanboy here speaking. Crona is actually a perfect fit for the first Soul Eater rep because with Soul Eater there is more than one main character,
Okay.
and Crona is probably the most iconic character from Soul Eater
Okay.
because they're very, while they don't like represent the power system the best, they are like the most unique character in terms of power sets in Soul Eater. They're the
Right.
most iconic, like I said. There's the most discussion around them. They're the most popular. They're
Right.
my personal favorite character from Soul Eater, and honestly, one of my favorite characters of all time. A big problem with the analysis for Crona, though, is that it hinges way too much on the joke of Soul Eater is a bit more obscure than the typical Death Battle franchise that they
Okay.
use.
I mean, I'm coming from this from an outsider looking in because I've not seen Soul Eater, so that's why I was more asking out loud because I just felt like Maka was the first better representative. But again, you're the Soul Eater fan, Purple.
Yeah, Maka does work as a first representative. I think Crona was a fine choice. The problem with that episode is that it just didn't cover the good parts of Soul Eater
Right.
and focuses on. While it does focus a lot on like Crona's powers, which I do love Crona's powers, they don't really cover like Crona's trauma, their reconciliation, their up and down arc, and they
Yeah.
just kind of what they do with the arc is like really weird
Yeah.
because they basically go like they basically just like kind of gloss over it basically.
Yeah.
I can see, I don't hate the analysis because I can see someone getting into Soul Eater through the analysis,
Yeah.
but especially with the ending of Crona's analysis, it just paints the series in a bad light. It focuses on like the ending focuses on the worst aspects of Soul Eater,
Yeah.
and
But yeah, let's get
aspects that-
but that's just Corona in comparison to Maka because I think basically all the negatives.
Sorry,
are-
I kind of went on a ramble there.
No, you're good. You're
No,
good.
you're
Maka,
good.
On the
You're-
other hand,
that's why.
all
That's,
of my
yeah.
all of my problems. It covers the power system perfectly. Maka and Soul. It covers their.
I will.
Ionic
I will say I was surprised. You know, because I didn't know Soul Eater. I didn't know that the Scythe was actually a person too. When going into the analysis, I'm like, wait, Maka's Scythe is actually a person too.
Yes.
Yes.
He was named Soul Evan. He is the coolest motherfucker ever.
I'm not.
And-
I don't deny it. I was just saying I was more surprised because, as I said,
Yeah.
Me and Reese don't know Soul Eater, so that's why we brought you
Yeah,
in
I'm
as a
still
Soul.
a Soul Eater, to be fair.
I will say, I wish that they like reworded or like redid the starting of the analysis a little bit differently, because I think it would have been neat if they covered why Maka is a Meister
Yeah.
and her relationship to her mother and father,
Right.
because that is like her entire fucking motivation, and it's not as bad as the ending of Ruby's analysis, because while I didn't like it at first, yeah, Maka can be a bit of a teacher's pet at points.
Aren't we all at Ports Purple? Is my next question.
Not Soul.
I was saying all of us. I was not including Soul, but I think the fact of the matter is learning more about how they Meister and their weapon works was really neat. Learning about Soul Resonance, how that played a factor in this fight, that was neat to learn about. Of course, obviously, I think going even into not even going before this, I was concerned going into the scythe combat, because I know from an animation point of view, scythes were the hardest to animate fights for going into this.
Right.
But and again, this was just my worry. And this is not saying it's a problem. It was just my concern going into this episode.
Yeah. The
But
Soul Eater and Ruby both do scythe combat really well, but the problem is that they never really fight people with scythes.
yeah,
Hold on. I'll let you yap for a bit. Hold on
Yeah.
a sec.
yeah, you're good. But yeah, I think the fact of the matter of learning more about all of the story about obviously meeting Krona, because Krona does play a factor in Maka's story, Maka and Soul, excuse me, story.
Mm-hmm.
With the Black Blood, again, I'm gonna say this: the Black Blood dress from the manga panel looks really cool to look at, and I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, it looks fantastic.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
No, you're good.
So what's like the topic right now?
We're talking about the Black.
We were just bringing up the Black Blood dress.
from the
The Black Blood dress.
from the manga, because I really think the way it looks is really neat. Like, obviously one thing that they even said in a black box, I think, is how the manga and the anime are not the same.
They are very different.
Yeah.
Maka, the anime like completely glosses over a lot of Krona's.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. My
Your
apologies.
excuse. You're good.
But I'm trying to drink so much. But I think, again, going into it, I got interested in Soul Eater, which, again, it's on the backlog again. I have so
The
many things
first,
on my
like,
backlog.
The first like 15 episodes of Soul Eater are like pretty accurate to the manga, but then they kind of just
Gloss over it.
divulge into its own thing. And I'd say the anime is still really good, and it's the version I'm most familiar with.
But yeah, I mean, I still remember going into this, I at first, keyword first, and you correct me on this, and I will commend you, Purple. I didn't think this was a good episode 200. I'm now eating my words for saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Again, I realize I was in the wrong, and I will openly admit I was wrong.
It really is perfect 200, and it's what I thought was going to be 200 until they said Ash vs. Yu-Gi was, but then they delayed it because they wanted to make that episode special, and that episode is phenomenal.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about that episode yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
but I will say this, even I think both characters were done relatively well, except for that minor thing on Ruby that you mentioned. I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. I remember when I was watching the Robust Cast when Bro talking about Ruby. That's part of her story that really needed to shine, because that is a bad thing for people to deal with. But again, we're not gonna we're not gonna harp on that any longer, because we've already chased that wild goose. We don't need to chase it even more.
Yeah, and the thing is that I feel like this episode is gonna get so many people into the Soul Eater manga. It brings up some amazing arcs and stuff. I haven't read that much of the manga. I wasn't even so I got the joy of both seeing characters I love and learning about new things all in one. I was aware of the Black Blood dress. I was aware of Solidagio.
Yeah.
I was aware of Maka being the one to be the Kishin. Well, no, actually that was.
I get you.
But I was not aware of Maka's self-doubt arc regarding the other Meister.
Yeah.
That fucking that home wrecker.
I mean, I will say this: like, learning about both the characters was a genuine nice touch. Obviously, learning more about Ruby, learning about Maka and Soul, like, was really neat. Now, I think we need to get into the fight, which was
Yeah.
amazing.
Amazing. You know, it had that drawing by Larry Winwood.
Yes, I forgot about that.
You know, I don't think I can, in good faith, say this episode bothers me at all with stuff like that. It's probably the episode I've rewatched the most.
I know. I just.
Of like,
I think it was meant to be that bad, but again,
Yeah, I just love the start of that. Just like, you just hear Ruby like, "Hi, who are you looking for?" Just Maka just looking up and down the picture.
and
basically a perfect it's basically a perfect setup because you can like infer with like context clues that Ruby isn't actually a target.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those things. Even the way that Ruby fangirling that Soul was Maka's boyfriend.
No, just the blush at the end from Maka.
Yeah,
Like, your
that's
soul is
so
ours.
and then the posing, the way the episode looks is just
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's the most purple death metal aside from 3D versus Megatron.
I mean,
like,
I said using
come
Remnant,
on.
the Remnant as a setting was perfect.
Yeah, literally the one thing regarding to looks that like I wasn't that into is the fact there wasn't a custom moon that merged the Soul Eater and Ruby moons.
I think that
Instead,
would
it's
have been.
just mainly the Ruby moon with the Soul Eater moon at the end, but
I think
that is
would've-
a nitpick.
Yeah, I think that would
that
have
is
been that would have been tough to even do, in my opinion.
They literally have it.
Oh, they
like
did?
the track art, dude.
Oh yeah, duh. What am I thinking?
The track art, and like they could have made that a fucking still PNG, and I'd be fine with it.
Again,
but
it tells you
I
how
don't
much I
care.
remember. It tells you how much I remember from things. Of course, my memory is that of a goldfish, so take it what you
Yeah.
can.
For like the first fully 3D episode animated by Louise,
Yes, because he
the
did it.
choreography was insane.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
think
yeah.
I didn't think Luis was gonna. When people said Luis was doing it 3D, I'm like, wait, excuse me.
It looked
Yeah.
beautiful.
For what Luis did, it looked really good. I mean, the scythe combat was really good. I think even the way they did pedal burst was a nice touch, especially the tornado bit at the beginning.
Yeah, that looked
Oh,
great.
definitely.
So it is a little weird how there's this small little tornado, and then we cut to Maka being like entirely in. Well, she was engulfed, but like you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It seemed like that.
Yeah.
I still think my favorite again. I think my favorite part though is the Maka punching Ruby bit.
Well,
If you guys, if
Yeah.
y'all saw my reaction to the episode, right?
Yes, go on.
You know, when I got to that part, I was just so happy because it was so funny.
It's like, stop
And-
hitting me.
I just pulled out the scythe gun. Like,
And I was
alright,
just
I'm having enough
going,
of this.
and I was just going, bitch, meek, hey, you know, stuff like that.
No, like even better too. Like even before the punching, like just the pulling, just like the yoink.
You know, on one
Uh.
hand, I would have preferred if Maka did a drop kick, but on the other hand, this is way too funny. And then just, then just Ruby pulling out the gun. It's just a fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's like, alright, I'm having enough of this.
Even the pedal burst combined with the with the Ruby's fighting style, like the spinning scythe going into attacking Mako was really neat. Just the way that I think the way the flow of the fight was really well done.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
they
and then-
hop onto the buildings, the fight like becomes even more amazing than it already was with Ruby shooting at Maka deflecting the bullets. That looks just so cool. You can see all the different like elements.
I think the best part though of this fight was probably whenever you go from the was it 2D or was it 2D sprites or was it hand drawn? I think it was hand drawn of seeing Soul play the piano with Soul Adagio. Or what?
Actually, it was still 3D. Soul's model is 3D. It's actually a 3D model of Sanji from One Piece, and
Yeah.
his head is the only part that's hand drawn.
But still, the transition to the piano and then the transformation into the black blood dress. Oh, chef's kiss.
Oh,
And
cool.
I'm trying to
That-
remember too. Like, I think it was you that told me this rule. Like, were all the notes perfectly synced from what you said?
Yes, they were perfectly synced. I love it when animation does that.
Yeah.
And even if it was, well,
Wow.
you guys saw the gift that I posted, right? Even if
Yeah.
it was just for that one scene, like, I am so happy that they did it because I'm in love whenever animation does that.
Oh yeah.
Because
Like,
what I play the piano occasionally. Well, I used to,
Yeah, I get you.
and I just have it's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah, go
like, yeah, like you could definitely show how detailed Luis wanted to get into this episode.
ahead.
I'd say my favorite part of the entire fight is when Maka goes. So her soul forms a barrier. Mind helping out? Relax, and then like the entire
And just
choreography
the
bit
drop.
Boom.
up until the choreography starts to look a little bit janky and stuff.
Yeah, I will say it does. I will agree with you. It does a little janky, but again, like, it's
At,
just
like,
it's just a
one point.
yeah, it's just a minor nitpick.
Yeah.
But again, even with that small little jank, excuse me, G Bookers. I will, and I know you've said this before. Ruby's line is still, I'm hesitant to or say is the greatest one Lindsay did, because
We needed a retake, bruh.
but with surprise of no one, they got Lindsay to voice Ruby. It's a surprise of
Yeah.
absolutely no one.
No, actually,
Yeah.
some people were surprised.
Again,
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah, we'll get
And-
to
and
more
I-
of the voice actors later.
But again, I'm gonna say this: y'all were stupid. Did not think they were gonna get Lindsay, in my opinion.
I mean, they
Yeah.
have to. But yeah.
I gotta
Like,
agree with that.
But yeah, we'll get more to the voices later, though.
Yeah, but even the fact of the matter is that, I mean, I will agree. I think this is the best Ruby character kill shot, because the only other kill shot we got was Weiss, and that was very weak.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
But just the it was beautiful though. Just like, I mean, wait, as beautiful as I say, seeing someone get cut in half, turn to petals.
and then the crescent rose kind of falling in front of the Ruby Moon was a nice touch. And then I think what was better, the way the ending was treated. Soul was gonna eat Ruby's soul, and then Maka held Soul off, and it's like, say,
Simple, honest, soul.
Like-
Ruby Rose. Huh?
in my opinion, I think Maka realized he was, like, I think again, it's my canon in my head that Maka revived Ruby later on after this.
Yep.
Yep.
Shout out to Luis posting a little still image of them holding each other's sides. And if you're questioning,
Yeah.
wait, how is Ruby matching Soul's wavelength? I don't think it's a stretch to say that she could.
I mean,
Honestly, I think he could,
I could
honestly.
be wrong. I think, like, again, I think both these two would fight together. Let's just be honest with you.
Oh, yeah,
They'd be
definitely.
friends. They'd be friends. Like, honestly, I could see Maka viewing Ruby as like a Black Star type person. And she has I believe she does have respect for Black Star.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see it.
but let's get into, obviously, we talked about Lindsay Jones already voicing Ruby, which, again, besides that last take, she did phenomenal as Ruby, but again, what's new?
Oh yeah.
Maka was voiced by Ginger Sue,
Yep.
and then Soul Evans was voiced by John Van Dorven. You
Were both perfect.
I would say this.
Oh, yeah.
Also, you remember how John Van Dormen also did Ragnarok from Random vs. Corona?
He also did perfect for Ragnarok. So
Yeah.
he has a thing for Soul Eater characters.
Specifically Soul Eater. Specifically Soul Eater weapons.
Yes. He's gonna voice fucking Liz and Patty in Death the Kid versus Star.
Oh my god.
Excuse me.
We're never getting another Soul Eater episode unless a new one comes out.
Never say never, my friend. You never know.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think these two like bounce off each other extremely well.
Oh yeah, all of them
This
bounce.
episode.
Everyone bounced off
Yeah.
well, and then, okay, can we shout out the Death and Bloom? Obviously, you got Brandy H featuring the Casey Lee Williams,
Yep.
and then they got
Oh my
Maria
God.
Maria Schultz.
The
Oh.
way that they mix the Japanese and the English. Ooh, I love it whenever anime like brings in like English lyrics
Oh,
for their
yeah.
songs.
Oh,
This is the
absolutely.
reverse, but is so good.
I will even
It
say,
is amazing.
you were talking about during the mix of piano and the track. Brandon also even made a adagio version with the piano used in the track.
Which is the perfect
Mm.
name for it because adagio means slow piano, and that's the version with the piano.
I actually did not know that.
Oh, I did not know that's what that meant.
That's
Wow.
cool. That's cool, actually. More you know. But
Yeah.
I will say, like, Death and Bloom, again, of all the Ruby soundtracks, this Death and Bloom is hands down the best.
Yeah, sorry, Thunder Shroud and Winter Sonata. I like both of them, but like,
Mhm.
come on.
You get Casey
Yeah.
Lee Williams. If you get Casey Lee
Oh.
Williams, you know something's right.
I'm still listening to it to this day, which
Same.
honestly, like saying a
Same.
whole lot. Or especially nowadays, where like pretty much every episode this year had like an amazing track, and the ones that didn't need to have an amazing track.
But still, they
But
were
this
good.
episode
Yeah.
needed an amazing track, and they went fucking above and beyond my expectations.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, move over, Remnants of the Soul. You are trash compared to it.
I mean, Remnants of the Soul is still a good track in context.
It's
but
so
again,
good.
I think it paved the way for Death and Bloom, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My only complaint with Death and Bloom is that it wasn't called Black Like Roses, which would have been a nice double reference, but
Eh,
That would be a cool
we
name,
already
too.
had the Paper Moon, the relegated Paper Moon reference with the Adagio version.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't know, the little thing that Soul was playing was actually the riff from Soul Eater's most iconic intro, that being Paper Moon or Black Paper Moon, depending on who you ask.
oh yeah.
And yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna say this. Even the lyrics behind were, like, ouch, my heart,
yeah, they both work
Mhm.
for the characters
and also the kind of the reason for this episode too.
and the context.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get
I
we'll
wish
get onto
we
it. We'll get into it with the conclusion, but yeah.
I wish that you could see me now as like the perfect lyric to end the track on and the fight on. Hearing that
Yeah.
Yeah.
little Ruby is dying is just, it's so beautiful.
I mean,
Yeah,
again,
that is definitely beautiful.
I mean, as I said before, I mean, I remember again. If you remember in the Brobos cast, the person asking, bro, like, if Monty watched this episode, would it be happy with it today? He said yes. Like, I think
Yeah.
Monty would be proud of it if he was able to watch it. I know he
He would,
Yeah.
and you know,
I was gonna say. I'm not. We're not. I know we're not in the conclusion yet. I just gotta point this out. Just a little piece at the end of the very end of the episode. Just thank you, Monty. Like,
that was.
I
Just,
love that.
That was a
description.
lovely. That was a good edit into the detail.
It was perfect.
I mean, even in the conclusion, yes, I think they gave.
All right. In talking about the conclusion, was there any doubt?
I think the conclusion is like they gave. I can't remember what they gave each characters. I know they gave. I think they give Ruby.
Okay. You know, I remember this off the top of my
oh,
head.
I got it.
With Maka, she was stronger by over 5 billion.
Yeah, I remember strength was Maka.
Yeah,
Mhm.
speed was like, they scaled Ruby to Atom and they scaled Maka to Black Star. Black Star is technically faster, but with Petal Burst, Ruby can make up the difference
I think they
by
gave it.
more than enough.
I
With
think
Soul
they-
Resonance,
I
to
think
make
they
up
gave it.
that difference by more than enough. Like,
I think-
they tie.
Yeah, they tied on that one.
Yeah, they tied.
With Scythery, they gave it to Ruby, which I don't really agree with. Like, well, I do agree that Ruby would take Scythery. What I don't agree with was their like logic for why Maka
Yeah.
isn't.
That's fair.
I think
Like,
if they
I
would
feel like-
if they would explain it better, I think you probably would decided more.
All right, I'm just gonna say this. I feel like being able to perfectly control your weapon, who is an entire other person that you need to perfectly calculate the
Fair.
trajectory of where they're going and where you're going, requires a lot of skill
Oh,
that Ruby wouldn't initially have. Like, if they were the same age, I think that Scyther would go to Maka. But the thing is,
I can see
Ruby's
that.
been training for longer, and she is way older than Maka.
I think they.
So I do
I think
that's
that. I think.
more to
They,
make
I
it
think they
than
consider.
Ruby.
I think when they said Scyther, I think they included experience, quote unquote, with that.
Yeah, yeah, they included experience. They seem to like merge experience and skill together.
Yeah. I mean, but I will. And then the last one was abilities. Yeah, that was Maka.
Powers.
Well, powers, but
Yeah.
that's Maka's.
Yeah.
Shock.
Yeah, wow. They had to make up how they had to pretend that the Silver Eyes would do anything in order to not make it seem like a stomp.
Even though, unfortunately, it kind of was.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
okay. You have a character whose entire power set is revolved around a limited resource connected to their soul, and you're putting them against a guy who can hack souls and shut off soul-based abilities. Like, what is with Soul Eater characters and perfectly countering their opponents?
no,
Also-
I don't know.
Also, I just love that detail at the end. Just like boom synchronization. Just wait, his name is Soul Evans. Like
Man.
that was kind of my reaction to him. I'm not gonna lie.
Again, I said that again. I will say the ending though was, and that ending picture of the thank you Monty. Obviously, we
Yeah.
wouldn't have Death Battle without Monty. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Did
Yeah.
not have it, and I am.
Yeah.
I wish I got more into his work. I've
Alright.
tried to watch Haloid a couple times, but I kept getting interrupted midway through, and
Yeah.
it just sucks to hear about the story of Monty. When I came into the Death Battle community so late,
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
well, I guess it's not late anymore. I've been in the community for like 6 years or something now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I joined when the most recent episode was All Might versus Might Guy, and when Venom versus Krona released, regardless of your guys' opinion on the episode, that episode inspired me to start watching Soul Eater when I was at the height of my anime craze. Like,
There you go.
I was into anime the most back then. I still am now,
Right.
but like stuff like
Yeah.
Death Note, Parasite, The Disastrous Life of Psyche K, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then Soul Eater, they kind of just made up that era of my life, and I have Death Battle to thank for that.
Yeah.
Well, for Soul Eater specifically.
Yeah. I get you. But yeah, I think.
And now, seeing this episode, I don't really care about all the problems that I have with it. This is one of, if not my all-time favorite episodes. The only episodes that give this problems are the two others that you're probably going to be talking about it out way later. Like,
Probably.
Yeah.
But I will say this. Obviously, thank you for joining us. But also, we're gonna ask you a question, Purple, because me and Reese are gonna do this at the very end. If you were to say a character you want to see in Death Battle this season or in the future, what character is it?
right now, I have to go with my man Rudo from Gachia Kuda. Gachia
Ooh, nice.
like of amazing anime, and it's a great manga too. Like, if listen, I do not care if you guys watch Soul Eater. I do care if you guys watch Gachia Kuda, because like
What?
everyone needs to see that anime. It does so many things amazingly, and it
I mean-
is amazing. And Rudo has such a unique power set compared to most other characters on Death Battle, but frankly, anime characters just in general have very unique power sets and often lead
Sure.
to the most interesting dynamics for me on Death Battle.
True.
And Rudo, my guy, he's just so fucking cool. He's so cool.
I mean, hey, that's on my watch list next, so I'm gonna give that a watch at some point soon.
Well,
Hey, bro, he's one of the few prepubescent characters that has aura to me.
nice. But,
Nice.
but again,
Once again, though, thank you, Purple, for joining us. It was great to hear your opinions on Ruby Maka. And
Yes.
is there anything else would you like to say before hopping off?
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body. And my sound was loud with watching this episode.
Well, I like it. Again,
Yeah.
Again, Purple. Thank you. Again, thank you. Again, thanks for agreeing to this.
Yes, of course. I will take any excuse to yap about Soul Eater.
Well,
And speaking of souls,
why does my dread have to be next?